That the in Group A that features Comoros. It's also got the Eagles of Mali and also the Chipolopolo of Zambia, who are champions from 2012. But still on the champions,
runners-up in the Super Eagles or Morocco hosted to win it. There's only one place to be, one continent to focus on, and one sport to stick with.
Are you ready for this? Rabat, Casablanca, Marrakech, Fes, Tangier, and Agadir. 6 cities all ready for this continental fiesta. Do not be left out.
It's time for Africa. It's time for business. It's time for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Get ready to yalla!
Morocco, 52 matches, 24 nations, 9 stadiums, 6 cities, 1 country.
Today, now let us rewind to 1980 where the Super
Why are you so worried? The Blues! Why are you so worried? Why are you so worried? Fellow Nigerians, I don't go let you Eagles are winning today.
Victor, congratulations. Is it sinking in yet? The emotions and everything. Is it sinking in yet?
I mean, I think we step up in. We prepare well for this game, and I'm so happy about the team performance. We are playing against a very big country. Also, they have a good footballing history with a lot of quality players. So playing this type of team, we have to bring our A game. And I'm so happy for the performance of the team. From the blast of the whistle to the very end, we gave our everything, and then we just have to win.
Semi-final up next. People back home are buzzing. What are you telling Nigeria back home?
I mean, it's the same passion, the same determination. Of course, we are going to play against the host, and we know how they are. We know they have a lot of quality players, of course, in front of their massive crowd. But of course, I don't think we are the kind of team that is timid by any opponent. We will give our everything and try to win.
Are you smelling the trophy already?
I cannot say. We still have 2 more finals to play, and I think we'll take one game as they come.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Avec le deuxième buteur de ce match, El-Kaabi, congratulations, it was an amazing game from the Nigeria tonight.
Yes, I think we came into the game with a very clear plan of what we want to do, and thank God for the victory. It's a very, 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 very big effort from all the guys, from the goalkeeper to the striker, to Victor, to Lookman, to Alex, to Calvin, myself, Bruno, Bright. I think everybody is putting on a very good shift, and thank God that we got the victory.
Can you describe your goal? Pure football.
I think right now we just enjoy this victory and we work for that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Et on enchaîne avec Lookman. Congratulations for this victory. It was a crazy game, and you show so much power and strong on the field tonight.
Yeah, no, we wanted to impose ourselves on the game. It wasn't easy against a tough opponent like we know. Algeria are a strong team, but today we showed our quality. We showed our fight. We showed what we wanted to do.
Next step, semi-final. But do you start to think about the trophy?
It's game by game. Today we was in the quarterfinals. Now tomorrow, now we're in the semi-finals of the competition. It's a pleasure to be here, a pleasure to play in this competition. So we know what it takes, and yeah, game by game.
Thank you.
Ademola, your team showed a lot of character. Do you agree?
Yeah, no, most definitely. Today we played with a lot of character, played with a lot of quality in the right moments. We trusted each other. So yeah, that was very, very good from today.
You scored a lot of goals. You feel happy. How do you feel this AFCON?
No, feeling good. Fighting with my guys, fighting with my brothers to, hopefully bring glory back. But today was another battle. We've got another battle in the next 4 days, so we're looking forward to that battle as well.
Last question, how do you see the future of competition, the semi-final versus Morocco?
It's going to be a tough game against another strong opponent. But yeah, what can we say? It's a tough team that we're going to go against. But we have quality as well as them, so it's going to be a tough game.
Thank you, Eder.
Thank you.
Et ben voilà, tout simplement avec l'homme du match, Victor Osimhen, un but, une passe décisive. Amazing game tonight from Nigeria.
Yeah, of course. I'm pleased with my teammates. I'm happy for the victory. I'm happy for the kind of performance we put in, and respect to the Algerian team. We know how they play. We know the kind of quality they possess. So it's always important to really press them when they have the ball, to make them uncomfortable, and then when we get opportunity, we use it. So I'm happy about this win.
So much strong and power from Nigeria. It was the key for the game tonight?
Of course. If you want to play, we have a coach that is very demanding, that if you don't run, I'm sorry, you cannot play. So every player, even the ones starting and also the ones on the bench, they also know what the tasks ahead. So everybody is running, even in training, even in games. So I think to be able to play this kind of Algerian team, you have to run from the blast of the whistle to the very end. So I'm really happy about this victory.
Do you start to think about the trophy?
No, it's one game at a time. Now we're going to play the host, which is very, very difficult. And we're going to give our best to try to win it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, boss.
Tu me dis quand c'est OK? Victor, What does it mean for you beating Algeria at the quarterfinal of AFCON?
I mean, it's like every other game, but it's really important because we want to get to the final. And to get to the final, to get to the semi-final, we have to win the quarterfinal. And we know the kind of team that we are facing. So, of course, we have to bring our A game. We have to be focused from the blast of the whistle to the very end. So, for me, I think I'm pleased with this victory. I'm happy for the performance of my teammates. Also, we really deserve to win it.
Can you speak about your team spirit? It's amazing team spirit of Super Eagles.
I mean, we've been like this. We've known each other, and then we have a coach that is very demanding, and you know, he has a philosophy: if you don't run, you don't play, and it's not a joke for him. So every player, even when you come to our training to see you, it's like a war. So every player is running, everyone is fighting. So I mean, what you see on the pitch is also what we do in training. So I'm really happy about this victory.
Last question: what happened last time with Ademola?
No, nothing at all. He's my brother. I think. It's misunderstanding, but it's football thing. It's nothing at all. He's my brother, and if we ever bring my brother, we trash it out, and you can see how we play and how we connect again. So he's my brother, and I have nothing against him, and he has nothing against me. So we've spoken about it like grown adult, and we keep it moving.
Last question: how do you see the semi-finals versus Morocco?
It's not gonna be easy, but I think we know the kind of host we're gonna meet, the kind of team, and in front of their fans. So for me. I think it's going to be like this also. We're going to give our everything, and of course we'll try to win it, but it's not going to be easy, but I think we're up to it.
Thank you, Victor.
خطير ببنجيدا يرجع الكرة للكانو بالفعل رجع الكرة للكانو مشات لوسط الميدان غسل حكم التسديد ديال الكيليدي هدف نتمنى خصهم يحتفظوا من التسديد ديال لكن بن محمود فقط عن طريبوس بيبعاد الكرة خطيرة جدا خطيرة جدا. لاحظوا الطريقة باش يمشيو الكرة اللاعبين النيجيريين. واحد مهاجم واحد امام جوج ديال المدافعين بينهم الحارس استطاع باش ياخذ الكرة. لاحظوا قبل ما تمشي الكرة
Greggy, big congratulations. I think overall good performance, maybe a bit shaky, maybe 1-1, but then it became 2-0, so all is good.
Yes, yes, in the second half maybe, not we are afraid, but you want to stay like this. You let them to keep the ball to make the counter-attack. Maybe it's a bad plan, but finally you score the second and you have the advantage. But a strong team. Congratulations to Cameroon because he pushed my team in the last moment uncomfortable. But finally, I think he's the best team to win today. With the first half, he don't shoot one time in the game. After in the second half, yes, he have sometimes the ball, but a lot of cross for nothing. I think the best team win today, but you need to forget now and to stay focused for the semi-final.
Yeah, on paper you have a very good defense. Only one goal against you from a penalty.
Exactly.
Life is good.
Exactly. And not a lot shoot, but it's like this. You need to be strong to win the trophy, and you need to know what you do with the ball. Is what we try to do like in the World Cup, and we are going.
Yeah, the pressure gets bigger and bigger. Can you still relax a little bit? Sleep good at night?
No. In my country, never let you relax. You know, I lose only 4 games in maybe in 46 games when I'm here, and every day I have the critic. It's like this. It's my country. Every time you want to push up, it's like this. You need to accept and to work hard and to show what my team can do.
We'll see you at the semi-final. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Now, Bruno Yemechi from this left-hand side. Crossbar Yemechi. Osimhen! Yes! Yes! Goal number 4 for Victor Osimhen in AFCON 2025. And the Super Eagles of Nigeria have met the criteria to dominate in this area over Algeria. It's Nigeria 1, Algeria 0. Victor Osimhen with the magic, and the Super Eagles can celebrate. Oche, let's go. Now so, okay. You say what? You say what?
Wonderful cross. And when that ball got to the head of Victor Osimhen, you had only one thing to scream there, goal.
It took one perfect cross for that to happen, and well done to Onyemechi. Like I said earlier, Onyemechi and Osei, they've joined the attack every time Nigeria goes forward, and it finally paid off. What a perfect cross.
The Super Eagles are victorious. The feeling is glorious. And the Nigerian side are riding to the semi-finals of AFCON 2025. This is unbelievable. Yes. Victor Osimhen with the assist. Akko Adams with the finish. Algeria 0, Nigeria 2.
And rightly so, you may just be saying that this one is done and dusted. Nigeria clearly on top. Victor Osimhen with a wonderful assist. And look at that. Took the goalkeeper to the cleaners.
The pre-assist pass from Alex Iwobi to Osimhen, and then Osimhen's selflessness to Akko, Akko's calmness and composure, dribbling the goalkeeper and slotting that one into goal. I mean, what a goal that was. Amazing build-up.
Now today, let us rewind to 1980 where the Super
Why are you so worried?
The Blues!
Why you so worried? Why you so worried? Fellow Nigerians, I don't go let you. Eagles are winning today. They're not ready win. They're not ready win.
15 بنجيبة خطير بنجيبة رجع الكرة للكانو بالفعل رجع الكرة للكانو مشات لوسط الميدان خصنا نحط التسديد ديال الكيلودي هدف نتمنى خصنا نحتفظوا من التسديد ديال كيلودي لكن بن محمود فقط عن طريبوس ببعاد الكرة خطيرة 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 جدا خطيرة 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 جدا لاحظوا الطريقة باش يمشيو الكرة اللاعبين النيجيريين واحد مهاجم واحد امام جوج ديال المدافعين بينهم الحارس استطاع باش ياخذ الكرة لاحظوا قبل ما تسلم الكرة
Morocco, 52 matches, 24 nations, 9 stadiums, 6 cities, 1 continent, 1 title, 1 goal. The undisputed champion of Africa. Wake up, Africa!
2025 African Cup of Nations is here, and it's time to yalla. What is your favorite animal? The Super Eagles, the Carthage Eagles, the Teranga Lions, the Chipolopolos, the Foxes, or the Squirrels?
Or are you for the Bafana, the Pharaohs, the Indomitable Lions, the Stallions, the Zebras, the Leopards, or the defending champions, the Elephants in the room?
Well, whatever you are, it's time to rep your nation, make the loudest noise, and depth your December with the best of football that the African continent has got to offer. No go carry last though.
Who will be crowned champions? The Ivory Coast defending their title, runners-up in the Super Eagles, or Morocco hosting to win it? There's only one place to be, one continent to focus on, and one sport to stick with.
Are you ready for this? Rabat, Casablanca, Marrakech, Fes, Tangier, and Agadir. 6 cities all ready for this continental fiesta. Do not be left out.
It's time for Africa. It's time for business. It's time for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Get ready to yalla!
Nations, and we're here for a big game, the second semi-final clash, where Nigeria will take on Morocco in a very, very scintillating game that should bring lots of excitement and goals to our table. But for one, I mean, I've seen them play from the very first game of this tournament down to this point, and they've done a wonderful job of getting to this moment. And hopefully, with lots of people here out to watch the Nigerian side, I hope that we get to see victory, see goals, and we get to enjoy ourselves here, you know, having a great company with you guys, because they say goals make the commentators' job so easy. So hopefully we see goals this evening.
Alrighty. Thank you very much, bro. Great to be by your side and also by the side of these superstars. A very humble guy, but he's doing an amazing job. He has been doing that on a consistent basis for years. He's been on television, he's been on radio, he's holding things down. He's one of the biggest podcasts in Nigeria these days. He's a co-host for the Honest Bunch podcast, one of the biggest in the country and on the continent at this time. And a man who makes things happen every single time. His name is Chukwudi Ezugo, but the nickname is the one, the only, Husband Material.
Thank you very much, Chuma. So excited to be here.
I'm excited to see you, bro.
I am very hopeful that the Super Eagles of Nigeria will go all the way to make us proud. Lots of Nigerians are enjoying how, in fact, I think that since 2018, this is the best that we have seen the Super Eagles. And we are hoping that they will go on, win the trophy, and hopefully, by the special grace of God, FIFA will help us look into the case against Congo, and we would go to the World Cup and continue from there.
I love your level of confidence in this life, man.
Yes, case day now.
But I'm praying alongside you that comes to pass as well, too.
Hopefully.
Alrighty. Excited to be by your side, my brother. And of course, the build-up is already up and running at this time. The Super Eagles are getting ready for the drama as it unfolds. Like I mentioned, Senegal had won by 1-0 against Egypt in the first semi-final match, and Senegal are into the grand finale for Sunday. So now between Morocco and Nigeria, one of these two sides will be playing in the bronze medal game on Saturday, while the other one will be marching on to the grand finale in just about 4 days time or so. Well, guys, let's look at how these two sides progress to the final. You know, for Nigeria, first off, our country, and the team whose jersey you're putting on right now, Husband Material, getting into the AFCON, expectations were not that high from Nigeria, and since we failed to qualify for the World Cup, you know, but it was more like a slow and steady build-up from the win against Tanzania to all of those dominant wins that went on until we beat Mozambique by 4-0. Looks like it's been a steady growth for the Super Eagles in this tournament.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. A lot of Nigerians felt some type of way after they lost to Congo, understanding that we were down and out, but we saw the lifeline, took it, went on to defeat Gabon, but unfortunately lost on penalties to Congo. So a lot of people did not look to the competition with expectation. But I think the turning point was that 75 minutes of dominant display against the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia. A lot of Nigerians were very excited, even though the players switched and we conceded 2 goals in the last 15 minutes. But to make the Tunisians look really very ordinary for 75 minutes was really impressive. And when we went on to play Algeria, I spoke to a couple of my friends and I told them that I saw the presser before the game and Riyad Mahrez looked too confident. He was citing examples of when they defeated Nigeria. But from minute 1 up until the end of the game, they had only 1 shot. They were just running around, didn't know what to do, couldn't keep the ball. And the guys were very excellent on the night. So I hope that we can replicate what happened against Algeria and Tunisia against their North African senior brother, Morocco.
Alrighty, again, just taking me to some of these songs that we heard from Nigeria's biggest music stars, Davido. I'm not going to try to sing the lyrics now because I'm not sure I'm the best of musicians in the world, but I'm sure we're going to get to that as we progress. However, for these two sides, this is meeting number 6. And this is a chance to see them battle again in the Africa Cup of Nations for the first time in 22 years. You have to go back to AFCON 2004 for the last time these two sides met in the Africa Cup of Nations. 5 matches before this, 2 wins for Nigeria, 3 wins for Morocco, and the Super Eagles have scored 5 goals. The Moroccans have netted 6 times. Morocco's route to the final, for you, Alex. Unbeaten just like Nigeria, but they dropped points in 1 of their 5 games marching onto the stage.
Well, yeah, if you look at how they've performed, I think that you have to commend what they've done in this tournament.
Yeah.
There's always pressure when you are the host nation. You know, the fans expect you to come to the party. Everybody expects you to play well. And they've dominated the games that they've played. And that's without question what they've done so far. With Brahim Diaz, their best player of the tournament so far. He scored 5 goals in 5 games. Yes, you can look at them and say that, yes, one of the best teams in the tournament, if not the best team in the tournament. They've scored goals, they've played well, and like I said, the pressure of being the host nation can tell on players sometimes because the fans expect them to always come to the party. But they're playing against a Nigerian side who on their own day have been wonderful in this tournament too. It's going to be yet their most difficult encounter. I don't think that they've been troubled in this tournament. If you look at Morocco and look at the games that they've played from the first match they played against the Comoros Islands down to their quarterfinal game that they played against Cameroon. I thought that Cameroon respected them way too much, gave them too much respect in that game. And, if Cameroon had just upped the ante a bit, maybe, just maybe, the game would have ended in a different form. But for Morocco, they've been good, like I said, so far. But I don't think that if you look at what they've done, I don't think they've come across a very strong, well-drilled side. And this will be their first road test. And hopefully for them, they passed their first road test. But, like we always say, it's not going to be an easy game for the Moroccan side. But kudos to them, though. 4 wins, 1 draw. They've scored lots of goals, and they're here in the semi-final. And obviously, the pressure will continue for them.
Well, of course, in life, if you want to have access to the treasure, you have to get ready to overcome the pressure. And for Nigeria, this will be a desire for success to the fullest measure. This is serious business, it's not leisure for these superstars for the respective sides. In a bit, we're going to look at what the starting exercise is like for the two teams, the Atlas Lions of Morocco and the Super Eagles of Nigeria, knowing that the two nations have players who have risen to become the very best on the African continent. For Nigeria, 2 former African Footballer of the Year winners, really, in Ademola Lookman, who got the prize for 2024, and Victor Osimhen, who won that award in 2023. For Morocco, they have Achraf Hakimi, who's the current best in Africa. He won the award for 2025. We'll get into that starting exercise shortly. But I know that Onyinye is on standby. She would like to speak to the fans, really, because we do have the amazing fans who've turned up here. I can see several of you, coming through with the Nigerian jersey. You're ready to support the Super Eagles as they hope to get victory today. So, Onyinye, if you're ready for me, then we're ready for you as well to speak to 1 or 2 fans. What's popping? Good to see you. It's fine. They need to ensure that mic of yours is working 100%, really, because, Chukwudi, I saw her and I was thinking to myself, this lady is delectable. We need to get her a collectible. She looks quintessential. So talking to her is very essential.
Okay, we heard that. 2-1. Say Nigeria will not have a clean sheet. Hey, bro. Nigeria must have a clean sheet today. We have to do what we spoke about in this game. We have to bring opponents,
Alrighty. Well, the MIC is going to be sorted shortly, just so we can get those amazing thoughts of Onyi and the fans. Onyi, don't worry. Village people have been banished. We cast and bind, we rebuke, we come against. I think you're taking the bullets on behalf of the Super Eagles. Before Morocco starts shooting their bullets, you're taking it on their behalf. So that when we get onto the pitch, we get victory in that one. We're going to hear from you and even more of the fans shortly, Onyi, as they sort out that MIC issue. But for you, husband material, heading into this picture and looking at the creme de la creme, the last 3 best footballers on the African continent will be on parade tonight, man. Massive stuff.
I mean, it's time. And we expect that players of that quality step up every time they have the opportunity and show why they were crowned champions in Africa. For Hakimi, there's the extra motivation. He's leading the team. They are playing in front of home fans, and it would be a good way to write their name in gold. Considering the fact that for a very long time it was essentially Mustafa Hadji that everybody knew about great football in Morocco. And they would be looking to consolidate and become champions of Africa. But by the special grace of God, I hope that tonight will not be their night. And our star boys, Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman, would step up to the plate, do well to put up a great performance and give the Super Eagles of Nigeria the victory.
I love the smile on your face, man. You're giving me confidence because I came in here with a bit of trepidation on my mind. I wouldn't lie to you, but you're giving me confidence with a smile on that face of yours. Husband material. Well, in the rankings, Morocco are number 1 in Africa and number 11 in the world. So they're the best footballing nation on the African continent, Morocco. Nigeria are number 5 in Africa. Yeah, that should give you a picture of really the quality on show between these two sides tonight. And for you, Alex, as we get into the starting XI for the two teams, some magical stuff really for Nigeria. Stanley, you know, I love to tell people playfully that for this guy, I stand, I Pakistan, Afghanistan, all the stands. I stand for Stanley, really, despite all the challenges he's had to face in recent times. He's a goalkeeper who plays for Chippa United in South Africa, but his quality is not cheaper than any player on that pitch. Stanley Wabali is a shortstopper for the Super Eagles, and he was the second best goalkeeper in AFCON2023, just for the records, all right? We do have 4 men in defense. There's Bright Osayi Samuel, a guy who really has been very bright for Nigeria in this competition, playing from that right back position. The left full back is Bruno Onyemechi, with the brilliance of Semi Ajayi and Calvin Bassey in the heart of defense. Central defenders they are. Frank Onyeka is a man they love to call Frank the Tank, and he's a man who Nigerians will love to thank if we go on to win this fixture. Rafael Onyedika and Alex will be in the mix too. In the absence of Captain Wilfred Ndidi, who is suspended for this fixture for picking too many yellow cards in the competition, Onyedika comes into the conversation. Ademola Lookman, who was the best player in Africa in 2024, plays just behind 2 front men in the best player in Africa from 2023, Victor Osimhen, the star from Galatasaray in Turkey, and of course Ako Adams, who plays for Sevilla in Spain, a star who's also risen to the occasion for Nigeria in this competition. Alex, looking at that starting 11, how do you feel as we enjoy the national anthem for Nigeria?
Yeah, I feel very confident. I think that that's the best team that we can bring. The only substitution was Ndidi for Onyeka, and I think that Onyeka will do a fantastic job of covering up that space in the midfield. It's the best team that we can bring, and really it's a fantastic team. Looking at what these guys have done so far in this tournament, when Onyeka had the chance to start, we saw him score 2 goals. So I think that no pressure whatsoever. It's the same team that have started this tournament, and they've kept the same team in this game. It's a big game by our standards, looking at the players on the pitch, even for the Moroccan side. But I think that we've gone for the best XI, and these guys are ready to do something amazing. I'll be watching out for Onyeka though, because he comes into that space. This is a semi-final game. It may be one of the biggest games he has ever played for Nigeria, and hopefully he comes to the party.
Phenomenal stuff, really. We're just about 4 minutes away from kickoff for this epoch-making clash, and I haven't heard the sound from the fans. All of us are big boys. Everybody's excited to be here. But ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're in for the Super Eagles, and we are Nigerians who love football so much. So if you believe that tonight, is the night when Nigeria Super Eagles will get to the AFCON final, make some noise! Fantastic energy. Let's come with the synergy. So we're not going to have cause to be edgy during the course of 90 minutes of this one, or even more. Husband material, the starting 11 for Morocco. Them get quality served to them. Their quality tight, man. They have Yasin Bono in goal for them, one of the best goalkeepers from Africa in the last decade or so. Mazraoui, that man who plays for Manchester United, alongside someone who say, if you have a lady that loves you, you have to take care of her, because I will not allow Hakimi. She cannot kill me. Hakimi is in there, the best player in Africa right now. He's the right back for Morocco, with Massina and Agod as centre backs. Saibari alongside Ayoui and El-Kaabi are the midfielders in what looks like a 4-3-3 formation for the Moroccans. And we do have Ezazuli attacking from that left hand side, with Brahim Diaz, the top scorer in the competition so far, the man from Real Madrid, playing from the right for them, and El-Kaabi as the front man for them. Quality too for Morocco. What's my material?
But I believe that Zambia, we slightly edged them. And it's not just because of the quality of our players. It's also what we have done in this competition. 4 wins for Morocco, 1 draw, 5 wins for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So we are better off if we look at how far we have come in this competition. But I believe that the Moroccans, they might have the highest goal scorer, but they do not have Victor Osimhen, a man who can defy gravity and just put the ball in the back of the net. So I believe that our players will be extra motivated, aside from the parents that come with saying that we are going to reward you if you win this game and score enough goals. I believe that the fact that they can make Nigerians feel some relief because we're not going to World Cup for now until FIFA decides to investigate DR Congo. There's that extra motivation, and I want them to go all the way and win this game.
All right, right. Now you're sounding like a king, but the name of the stadium is the Prince Mole Abdullah Stadium. And the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be hoping they can be kings at the end of proceedings in this fixture. You can see the VAR room. We do have Abongile Tom as the VAR official. And just before kickoff, you know, Alex, there's been the whole talk around the fact that the referee and VAR setup have had Ghana and South Africa in the conversation. These are two nations that are big rivals to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Are you scared? Are you afraid of officiating tonight?
No, I'm not. One of the reasons why I'm not is the fact that I think that this game will be the most watched game in this tournament. And that means that the eyes of the world are on this game. So I don't think the referees will want to, you know, play funny, so to speak. The last time we had a South African officiating a Nigerian game when we played against Gabon in the World Cup qualifiers, he did well. You know, it was a great game. So I think that the Ghanaian ref would do a wonderful job. And same for the South African assistant and VAR referees. I think they will come to the party. All eyes are on this game, so I don't think the referees will want to play funny. Trust me. Yeah.
Alrighty. Enough of the talking. It's time to show some walking. Right here, there's not going to be stalking. There's no blocking as well. It's Nigeria's Super Eagles ready to battle the Atlas Lions of Morocco. This is semi-final number 2 for AFCON 2025. And the magic is just about to unfold. Stanley Wabali is chief of praying staff. He's the man praying for the Super Eagles right now. One more time, let's feel the tension, let's feel the excitement, let's feel everything around the fans. If you believe that tonight is the night for the Super Eagles, make some noise! Oshe Badest. It is, of course, the 54 Football X Bature watch party for AFCON 2025. Right now, we're ready to rumble. Hopefully, the fans will not have cause to grumble. Morocco restarting proceedings right now. Well, they do have the red top on, the green shorts on, and they're attacking from right to left. Is Nigeria Super Eagles playing from left to right with the all-white outfit. That was this famous line really from a Nigerian music star that said, all white, can't stain, rosé of champagne. It was Ladipo that had that line or something like that. Morocco starting to show their quality at the very beginning of proceedings in this one. Super Eagles to see them go back to the goalkeeper, Yasin Bono. Bono at the point was a high-profile name in the Spanish La Liga, holding his own as one of the very best goalkeepers from the African continent. Alexi Iwobi with the long ball now into the half of Morocco. Victor Osimhen is chasing the ball. It's back to goalkeeper Yasin Bono. And Morocco are just trying to ease themselves into this fixture. It's going to be interesting to see which of these two sides will be the brighter at the beginning, Husband Material.
Well, it's going to be intense, and I expect that the teams will go at it from the very blast of the whistle. The Moroccans have enjoyed possession for the first minute, and I want the Super Eagles to just stay calm, allow them to put the ball on the ground, and then we go out there. But the Super Eagles of Nigeria, I believe that we'll go all the way to win this game.
Well, our dream will be to win. Mazraoui of Manchester United, whose side got knocked out of the FA Cup over the weekend. Morocco passed the ball around, and of course the Achraf Hakimi from that right side of defending will bring in the quality of Agod. Agod back to his goalkeeper Yasin Bono. Opening up for him is Masina being chased by Victor Osimhen. Long ball, Morocco coming under a bit of pressure and some high press for the Super Eagles, Alex.
And that's really what we want to see in this game. I think that the Nigerian side have started well. Morocco are looking to pass their way from behind forward, but good pressing from Victor Osimhen to unsettle the defense of the Moroccan side. And you can see that Nigeria now with possession just deep inside their own half.
Semi Ajayi almost missing things there for Nigeria, but Calvin Bassey recovers for the Super Eagles. They will be looking forward to Costa. Well, a mistake. Morocco have a chance now. This could be the opportunity. And a scary moment for Nigeria Super Eagles at that time of asking. Certainly quality coming from Saibari, but a great recovery for the defense.
Well, that was a great defensive, awareness from Semi Ajayi. He missed the pass, but had to track back to stop Saibari from getting a clean shot on target for the Moroccan side. Good block from the defender after that mistake.
The nerves are getting to the Super Eagles.
So I don't think it can happen, and we are definitely going to see situations like this. But I want, like I have said, the players to stay calm and ensure that they keep the ball on the ground. Truth be told, I believe every defender in this competition will be scared to face up against Victor Osimhen than Brian Diaz. There's no point to put that pressure. There's no point to rush. Take your time. You want to
well, this man Calvin Bassey trying to ensure that there's no pressure coming his way anymore. Plays for Fulham in England and will be hoping to cause Morocco Fulham tonight. Semi Ajayi right now with the ball. Opening up for him by the right hand side. It's bright to Saïd Samo. Could go for the option, but returns to you, Calvin Bassey. Bruno Yemechi from that left side. Calvin Bassey holding on to the ball right now. Through ball to Bright for Saïd Samo. Saïd Samo returns it to Semi Ajayi. It's Nigeria trying to build some momentum for themselves here. Long ball towards Victor Osimhen. But that back line for Morocco, hold on. Mazraoui keen to clear the lines for his side, but has just run out of possession, throwing for Nigeria from this right-hand side of attack for the Super Eagles.
And I think they're rightly so. What Husband Material mentioned earlier on is the Nigerian side have to play calmly and keep the ball on the ground. The idea of launching the ball forward to look for runs may not work. So it will be best that they pass the ball around and try to gain possession in the key areas of the pitch. And if they do that, I think that they can open up this Moroccan defense early on in this game.
Well, now Nigeria trying to hold on to the possession with the procession. Bruno Yemechi. And calling for a free kick. The referee says yes, it's a free kick for Nigeria. Some people around are already saying, referee, take it easy, Still early days in this fixture for sure. And Ashraf Hakimi was battling to try and get that ball. But the Nigerian left full back is holding on to the possession. Well, Nigeria will be asking for a corner kick, but the referee looks like he saw the final touch of the ball coming off the boot of a Nigerian player. Yeah, bright to Saïd Samuel. So it's going to be a goal kick for Morocco, this one. Mazraoui coming on that some intense.
Yeah, I think that was the right call from the referee. That's a goal kick any day, anytime. But looking at that again on on replay, Semi Ajayi almost cost Nigeria an early goal here against the Moroccan side, but they had to cover and block that ball. But the game has started really well. It's a semi-final game. You expect two teams to come out of their park and try to play their own game. And for the Moroccan side, you expect them to play without fear because they're right in front of their fans. It's a packed full stadium with red shirts all around, and it's going to be an interesting game. 6 minutes on the clock, and we've already seen both sides looking for spaces in and around their defense.
Now this one taking place at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium in Rabat, and well, it's a Wednesday, it's not Sabat. So these two sides will be certainly battling for quality with all their might and strength. And Mazraoui is the man really playing all the football for Morocco right now. And every time Victor Osimhen touches the ball, we hear the amazing peasants here in Bature screaming with excitement. Well, it's the classy ambience, it's the quality that you enjoy every time you come around here Bature, one of those standout sports in Lagos and I dare say West Africa. An amazing territory that brews its own beer, and so you should have a taste of that one too. So feel free to call the waiters. Don't wait for too long. Let them come and serve you with something nice tonight. Long ball for Morocco towards that right hand side. And I know that Arsenal fans, Gunners! Gunners! Arsenal fans don't quiet. Oh yeah, now. Let's focus right now on the Africa Cup of Nations. 8 minutes of action so far. Nigeria Super Eagles nil. The Atlas Lions of Morocco nil. The Moroccans now show love to weave their magic at the start. Well, just watch out for the presence of Ezazuli. Stringing the passes together, hoping to get Brahim Diaz, who scored 5 goals already in this competition. Morocco with a chance for a shot and goal! Stanley Wabali had to watch that one just go flying off target from Brahim Diaz, trying to give Morocco a goal of Diaz. It was always going wide, Alex.
But that was a good ball. I mean, they just were looking to bend it into that far corner, and I don't think that he should have been allowed that much space. I think that Bright Osai Samuel should be doing a better job of trying to close him down rather than giving him space to think of what to do. And you know, it's a good chance for Morocco. It's a chance gone begging. I mean, if he had hit that well on target, that would have ended up in the back of the net. So certainly so, vying for the MVP of this tournament. Brahim Diaz has done so well for the Moroccan side so far in this tournament, and good chance for him. But luckily for the Nigerian side, he didn't hit that on target.
Clearance for Nigeria Super Eagles. Brahim Diaz, by the way, left the Africa Cup of Nations with Xabi Alonso as his coach. He'll return to Real Madrid with Abaloa as his coach. Morocco coming forward now. The referee says play on for the Atlas Lions. He'll go towards that right hand side again. The Super Eagles will be hoping to recover with Bruno Yemechi. Calvin Bassey goes there to defend. Morocco squaring the ball through. Calvin Bassey, great job. Possession back for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Victor Osimhen now. Osimhen turning, meets traffic. Free kick for the Atlas Lions. And Victor Osimhen tells the set referee from Ghana. At Charlie. You know, say money no be problem. What else? You know what time it is? Obedi de Pombede in the words of Sarkodie. Free kick for Morocco, this one.
Well, he's the captain of the side. He can have that word with the referee, but I think the manner to which you have your conversation with the referee too can, you know, bring you a yellow card. But I think the foul on Alex Iwobi should have been called as a foul. It was clearly brought down by, you know, the man on that far right side, Ekle News. But, you know, Victor Osimhen just complaining to the referee that the earlier foul to Alex Iwobi should have been called as a foul. But yeah, just temper should be calm. It's still very much early days. It's 11 minutes on the clock. The game is still very much early.
Still early days in this one. 11 minutes of action so far. Morocco would like to caress the ball for as long as they want to. Massina has it for them now. One of the centre backs for this setup are good in the conversation too. Bringing in right now the brilliance of Ashraf Hakimi, the captain of the side. Long ball from Hakimi. Nigeria's Calvin Bassey just telling Hakimi what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and that's why Nigeria beat Uganda. This is a very serious fixture for the two sides. Nigeria Super Eagles in recent years have suffered heartbreak, but now they want to go forward. The ball is going to be back to goalkeeper Yassine Bonu of Morocco. I'll speak about heartbreaks for the Super Eagles in AFCON 2004 in Tunisia after beating Cameroon by 2-1 in the quarterfinals. The Super Eagles went on to lose through penalty kicks against host Tunisia in the semi-finals. I would like to ensure history does not repeat itself against them in this one. El-Kaabi, the man on your screen right now, he's got 2 overhead kick goals in this tournament. 2 of the very best goals in AFCON 2025. And the defense of Nigeria Super Eagles will be wary of his quality as Calvin Bassey has the ball right now. It's one of 3 Nigerian players playing for Fulham in England. 2 are on the pitch right now, himself and Alex Iwobi. The other one, Samuel Chukwueze, is on the bench. Ball with goalkeeper Stanley Wabali. Long ball from the man who plays in South Africa. To no one in particular, throwing for Morocco. This will be from the right-hand side of defending for the Atlas Lions. Surely, my bro, as we see Victor Osimhen, he's been isolated so far by the defense of Morocco. Team that became the first African team to get to the semi-final stage of the FIFA World Cup when they achieved that feat in Qatar in 2022 before losing the bronze medal match to finish 4th in the competition. Bassey for Nigeria. We'll be going towards that left-hand side where there's Bruno Yemechi, but has the option of Semi Ajayi. Someone is going to say with Ajayi, Nigeria should go beyond the semis. We want to get to the final with Semi Ajayi again, the tall figure, scored one of the goals for Nigeria in the early stages of this competition. To change of passes, this one for the Super Eagles. Alex Iwobi coming forward. Alex goes towards that left-hand side. The Super Eagles showing the quality. What a save by Yasin Bonu. Nigeria now knocking on the door. Frank Onyeka. Bruno Yemechi for the Super Eagles. El-Kaabi and Bassey. Morocco are feeling the tension already right now.
Well, sometimes when you look at refereeing decisions, you question why he has done that, and I cannot even understand what he did there. But again, I think that Nigeria are beginning to grow into the game little by little. That uncertainty in the first 10 minutes of the game is beginning to die down, and you can see them coming out to play football now. Yeah, like you said, if they continue to test Yasin Bono, obviously, one will enter into the back of the net. They've done so well so far in this game, and they should just keep up, the good work. And I feel like if you continue like this and continue the pressure, firstly, you get the first goal of this game. And the first goal is so important in a game like this,
The fans don't want any mistakes from the Super Eagles, and that's why you're hearing them scream when possession is lost by the Nigerian side. But now Morocco love to come forward. Take it back to Mazraoui. Mazraoui will bring in the quality of Masina. Masina going forward for Morocco. Goes beyond Victor Osimhen. Masina goes towards that right-hand side to bring in Ashraf Hakimi. Hakimi helping out with the Moroccans. El-Kaabi is from that right side. There's the option of Brahim Diaz as well too. Cross for the Moroccans. Deflected out for a corner kick for them. Well, the Atlas Lions have had 2 shots on goal in this match. Nigeria Super Eagles have had 1 shot on goal, and that was on target. Testing goalkeeper Yasin Bono. Officially 17 minutes have been played at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium. It's Nigeria Super Eagles nil, the Atlas Lions of Morocco nil in the second semi-final fixture of AFCON25. It's the 54 Football X Bature Watchparty, the company of Chukwudi Ezugu, husband material, and of course Alex Agbasiere. And it's a corner kick right now for the Moroccans. Just to remind you, you can order something to eat and drink so that the phone can be complete for you. The Moroccans set to have this corner kick from the right side as an out-swing across. Ball launched in, headed out by Victor Osimhen for the Super Eagles. The Super Eagles have beaten 2 teams from North Africa to get to this stage. 3-2 win against Tunisia and 2-0 win against Algeria. Osimhen loses the ball. Morocco now will have it from his left hand side of play. As Azuli asking a few questions from that territory. Just trying to build, as there's the famous line that slow and steady wins the race. And so Mazraoui and Morocco are trying to be slow and steady as they pass the ball around. Goes towards that right hand side now. I can hear someone around me saying, be coming down, Super Eagles and Morocco, be coming down. Ademola Lookman now coming forward. And Morocco will get the ball again. Yassine Boni with a long clearance for the North Africans. Well, Morocco have been accused by some in other regions of the continent for not identifying enough with the continent after they finished 4th in the Qatar 2022 World Cup. It's been conversations like that on social media. But they are a proudly African nation and have come to the rescue of CAF in recent years, having hosted back-to-back WAFCON competitions. Now hosting the AFCON, set to host the Women's Africa Cup of Nations for the 3rd time in a row later this year, and then they will be co-hosts for the 2030 FIFA World Cup. Invested so much money into football, this country, Morocco. Yeah, they're having the corner kicks now at Chukwudi. Brighton Yedika with the final touch of that ball, really. And yeah, you were saying something about the fact that with the quality we have, we should be able to hold our own. However, in the last few minutes, we're seeing Morocco up the ante.
And another worrying thing is the fact that Morocco scored 2 goals from set pieces in their previous game before this one. So they know how to, put good balls into the air. And they have El-Kaabi, a guy who, can, challenge in those balls and gets, the ball into the back of the net. And these are moments where they can use to affect play and get goals in this game. So the Nigerian side should be wary of these set pieces.
Morocco have taken these free kick shots. There will be a chance now to launch the ball into the penalty area of the Super Eagles. Stanley Wabali had that one covered out for a goal kick for Nigeria. Officially, it's been 20 minutes of action at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium in Rabat. And it's still Nigeria Super Eagles nil. The Atlas Lions of Morocco nil. Well, the fans are watching this one, hoping to see a goal coming sooner than later so that they can tell their rival, shout out to every hater, as we're streaming the action around this game because we have enough data. And if you meet a lady that you love here, you can make moves to data, you know what I mean. It's not out of place to connect with the right persons here tonight. Alexi will be helping out with defending, and someone is saying, Brahim, tonight you will not get what is yours, because the Super Eagles want to get what is Diaz. Long clearance by Morocco into the half of Nigeria. Bassey didn't head that well enough. El-Kaabi trying to trouble him. Free kick for the Super Eagles. If you believe that the first goal in this match will come for Nigeria in the first half, if you think that the Super Eagles will score the first goal in the first half, make some noise! We are waiting, we are waiting.
No, that was a bad kick from El-Kaabi on, Calvin Bassey. But just looking back at the Ademola Lookman shot, good shot. Maybe just couldn't find the bend to that far side. But the goalkeeper reacted really well to clear that one for the Moroccan side.
Well, Calvin Bassey getting so much of the ball from Bruno Yemechi. Now goes to Brighton Saïd Samuel from this right-hand side. After Nigeria's win against Algeria, Saïd Samuel said he believes that some people underrate his abilities. And he's happy that he's been shining for Nigeria. He also said he believes that we'll beat Morocco. As the North Africans have the ball right now. A chance for them to come forward. Mazraoui Frank Onyeka is trying to mark him, but he'll go towards that right-hand side where there's El-Kaabi helping Brahim Diaz. Bruno Yemechi stopping Brahim Diaz. He's a superstar who plays his football in Spain. And looks like he controlled that ball with his hand. And that should be a throwing for Nigeria, actually. A throwing for Morocco. Ashraf Hakimi will take it from that right-hand side of attack. Kabin Bassey. Guys, we've seen so many free kicks in the first 22 minutes of this match. Well, Nigeria, the ones under a bit of pressure now as they go back to the goalkeeper, Stanley Nwabali. Just to remind you, the Super Eagles are the team playing from left to right with the all-white outfits. Morocco attacking from right to left, and it's going to be a throw-in for Morocco. Someone behind me is saying, waiting be this, Super Eagles, waiting be this. Yeah. Been a balance in recent years when these two sides meet. Morocco beat Nigeria by 1-0 in the group stage of AFCON 2004. Before then, 4 years before then, Nigeria Super Eagles had beaten the Atlas Lions by 2-0, something that Onyinye alluded to when she was speaking to the fans earlier. So the last two meetings for these two sides, it's been even Stevens. 1 win for Nigeria, 1 win for Morocco. Well, this is the first time they are meeting at the AFCON in 22 years. And back to just trying to have a feel of the possession too for the Atlas Lions. Launch the ball, trying to find El-Kaabi. It's going to go all the way back to goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali.
The delivery has to be better. I think the passing has to also be better from the Nigerian side. Something that we've seen them improve on recently, their passing, intricate left, right, and sometimes when they go down the middle, they pass really well. But in this game, they've been shaky with the way they brought the ball forward. And, if they have to stay in this game, they have to start passing the ball better and do that without fear. And, and I think that the Moroccans are doing a very good job with pressing down the Nigerian team. And when they have possession, we don't do well with pressing them. So that's the difference between the two sides in the first 26 minutes. But like Husband Material said, a goal in this game would change, the look of this game. So it's this way because it's still very much 0-0. Both teams still very much sizing themselves up in this early one. But I think they've held their own so far. And Frank Onyeka and the likes in the midfield have done well. And that's what I'm talking about. The passing has to be better if they want to do anything meaningful in this game.
Honestly, I'm going to be thinking that the nerves are getting to the Super Eagles a bit, which is natural. You have most of the fans in the stadium supporting Morocco in their tens of thousands, and so it's only natural that you have a bit of that fright at the beginning. But Nigeria will be hoping they can banish that one earlier. Well, they would love to learn from their sisters, the Super Falcons, who came from 2-0 down to beat Morocco by 3-2 in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations final. Several months back, Nigeria emerging as African champions for the 10th time in women's football, having beaten Morocco on home soil. Well, Achraf Hakimi is the man who's trying to see all he can do to help his side trouble Nigeria's defense, and they will get another corner kick. Morocco have had a plethora of corner kicks in the first half an hour of football right here at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium. Now they will have another one from that right-hand side of attack in the 28th minute, and will be an outswinger of across this one. They have several tall players, the Moroccans.
Yeah, Massina and Aged and El-Kaabi, really tall players who can get on the end of this cross from the Moroccan side.
Now the cross is launched into the penalty area of the Super Eagles. The connecting header! Clearance by Semi Ajayi for Nigeria. And there will be a bit of respite for the Super Eagles. It felt like that was El-Kaabi trying to do something again, but Mazraoui has the ball for Morocco in the half of the North African team as they get back into Nigerian territory. Achraf Hakimi coming forward from the right-hand side. Hakimi with a cross! Connecting header to that one, but Brahim Diaz goes off target with his attempt. Morocco are knocking on the door, but it's not been opened for them so far.
Yeah, it's a wonderful cross from Hakimi Achraf on that right-hand side, and Brahim Diaz, the highest goal scorer of this tournament, connecting with that ball, but the ball just off target on that occasion. But look at that again from the corner. It was Massina who dropped it for El-Kaabi. He just couldn't connect with it. I think that if he had connected with that ball, that would have ended up in the back of the net. The Nigerian side are living dangerously, allowing way too much chance to the Moroccan side. And another worrying thing, Chuma, is we've played 5 games up until this point. We haven't conceded first in any of those games. So that would test the resolve of the Nigerian players if they concede first in this one. It's something they've not done so far, so it would be difficult to think that if they concede first, they have the mental capacity to, maybe come back into the game. They've always scored first and they've always won games, so it would be difficult to see what happens if they concede first. Hopefully that's not the case, because I think that the Moroccan side have set up their team so well. They are defending well and they're also attacking really well in this game.
Well, in every fixture the Super Eagles have played in, they have dominated in the first half. But Morocco are trying to upset the apple cart here. They have the ball, the Moroccans. Mazraoui was hoping to get the right connection, and for the first time in a while I'm seeing Akko Adams.
Yeah, it's been silent.
To be quiet by the
Moroccan
been
quiet
defense.
in this game, and if things would have to work, I think Akko Adams should come to the party. He's one of the guys who can connect, who can connect Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman to play really well. So if things would have to work, Akko Adams has to come into this game.
So now Morocco have a chance to return the ball into Nigeria territory with a free kick. Mazraoui will launch that one from the left-hand side of defending. Headed out by Semi Ajayi for another throwing for the Atlas Lions, a team who have not been African champions since 1976. That's a whooping what? 50 years ago, the last time they conquered Africa, Morocco that is. Ezazuli with the ball for them. On the other hand, Nigeria Super Eagles have been African champions 3 times in the past, in 1980, 1994, and in 2013. One of those victories was in Tunisia in 1994. Achraf Hakimi back to his goalkeeper, Yasin Bono. The other one in 1980 was in Nigeria. In 2013 was in South Africa. Victor Osimhen! Osimhen here, lets the ball through. Ademola Lookman! And his fake wasn't successful. But now the Super Eagles are coming forward. Bright to Saeed Samuel to Semi Ajayi. Semi Ajayi goes past the man around him to Calvin Bassey. 32 minutes played, Nigeria coming forward now. Alex Iwobi. Alex loses possession. Brahim Diaz Coming forward for Morocco. Kevin Bassey marking. Lovely play by the man who plays in England, Kevin Bassey. And we're just about to see, and we have seen the first yellow card in this match. The center referee from Ghana has opted to sanction the Nigerian defender.
Stomping on his shirt.
And the referee should be thinking twice, because Brahim Diaz was holding on to the shirt of Calvin Bassey.
And that's just, I don't know what to say, but I think that if you call that a foul, I agree with that. But there's no way he's gone and given a yellow card to Calvin Bassey. You can clearly see Brahim Diaz tugging on the shirt of Calvin Bassey. So I don't know why he's given him a yellow card, but free kick for Morocco, good position for them.
Well, what that means also, yes bro, is the fact that Calvin Bassey will miss the final. If Nigeria gets to the final, Calvin Bassey will miss that final.
Yeah.
Well, Hakimi is the rock in the defense for Morocco. Hakimi with the free kick. It's the roof of the net. Achraf Hakimi, the best player in Africa right now, won that award in the CAF Awards for 2025.
That was a good free kick. He was looking for the top corner from that position. He was just waiting for that ball to dip just a bit, and that would end up in the back of the net. The goalkeeper was struggling to get to the end of that one, but chance gone begging for the Moroccan side. But again, I don't know. One of the things that we glorified about the previous AFCON was the officiating. We saw top class officiating from referees all over Africa, but there's been some major controversy of the way referees are handling games in this tournament, and that's not good for African football. And the criticism will not stop, because it will continue after this tournament.
Well, Ademola Lookman is trying to continue in attacking for Nigeria. He's crossed from that right hand side, defended by the Moroccans. They would love to clear the lines right now and come forward. As Azuli went past, at least he thought he did, Bruno Yemechi, but is out for a throwing for Morocco on this left hand side of attack for them. As Azuli again. Nigeria will want to go forward with Bright Osayi Samuel, but the referee says the free kick for Morocco. He accuses Osayi Samuel for a foul on Azuli. Morocco now are good. We go towards that right hand side of play for them in attack, where there's El-Kaabi. 36 minutes played so far. It's the 54 football X Bature watch party. This one, so the referee signals a stop of play for now, so that we can have, otherwise say stop in play, so we can have a Moroccan player being attended to. I think that's Ezazuli, has a bit of an injury concern, that one. This is the best time while we do have a bit of this break to remind you that you can order for something to eat and drink as we enjoy the classy ambience of this very prestigious destination right here in the heart of Victoria Island, Lagos. Bature, they produce their beer here, and I'm sure that you would love to have a taste of that one. It's special for so many friends of mine who say, hey, I love to go to Bature every time because I want to enjoy the natural beer. 5 shots on goal for Morocco, 1 for Nigeria.
Yeah, they've clearly been the better side, I have to say. They've had better attack. They've come forward. They've created more chances, and that's the reason why they have the upper hand and even control the possession of the ball better than the Nigerian side. But hey, the Nigerian side are still very much in the game. It's still 0-0, and we've played the 37 minutes of this one. And hopefully, if anything, we'll take this game to.
Well, they have the ball now coming forward. Alex Morocco from that right hand side, and well, Achraf Hakimi has it. Bruno Yemechi stopped it, but Hakimi gets it again. They had a cross from the left side. Yep. Went beyond goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali towards the right. They're holding on to the ball. Alex, would love to see Victor Osimhen helping defending, but a free kick is conceded. Brahim Diaz takes it quickly for Morocco. Achraf Hakimi with a cross from there. Stanley Nwabali Well, saves that one at the second time of asking. Long clearance by the shot stopper for the Super Eagles, trying to find Ako Adams, but Morocco get the ball again. The Super Eagles are in an uncomfortable situation for the first time in AFCON 2025. They are seeing themselves being outplayed at the certain stage in the first half of a game.
Yeah, it is.
Someone is saying they should substitute the referee.
Well, for one, I think that it's sad because when you look at it, this same referee was the same center referee when Morocco played Tanzania, and we know what happened in that game. It was heavily controversial, and Morocco got the victory in that game. So I have no idea why he's the center referee for this game, and he hasn't balanced the game so far. He has had moments where maybe he would have done something better. He decided to go the other way with his officiating, and it's not good that when a big game, a game as big as this, we're leaving the fact that we're playing a big game and talking about the referees' incompetence is something that I don't think that we should be doing at this stage of African football. This is one of the most watched games in this tournament, and a referee who should understand what it means to control a game should be in charge of this one.
Clearance by the Moroccans now. El-Kaabi, two men around him. Bassey regains possession for the Super Eagles to Bruno. Well, Onyedika just lost possession there. They're going to come forward now, Morocco. Brahim Diaz. Squares the ball through. Freedom for a chance for a shot. And the Nigerian back line have recovered in time to stop the pressure. But El Yanusi would love to see this one happen. Shot and go! Saved by Stanley Nwabali. And the Super Eagles are living dangerously right now. Saibari with that attempt. Stanley Nwabali with the save. Saibari again brings in well, surely the presence of Ezazuli. Back to the left fullback for them as Rawi. It's been more of Morocco, but Nigeria is still trying to weather the storm. Massina, the body check there. The referee says free kick for Morocco. Ademola Lookman keeps that free kick. And well, do we have our Ghanaian brothers here? Do we have our brothers, Chale? Is anybody from Ghana here? Let's send you to help us call the referee, please.
Well, that was a wonderful strike from Sabairi, but equally good save from Stanley Nwabali to stop the pressure. If they go into halftime at 0-0, then they would have been very happy to keep this game at 0-0.
Super Eagles would love to weather the storm. And so far they're trying to do that one, at least until the halftime break. Officially, we've seen 41 minutes of action at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium in Rabat. No goal scored yet. It's been closely contested semi-final matches. Senegal narrowly beat Egypt by a goal to nothing. And at this time, after 41 minutes, it's still Nigeria Super Eagles nil. The Atlas Lions of Morocco nil. Shows how important this game is for the two nations. Well, now they're trying to calm down the Super Eagles with Bruno Yemechi to Onyedika. Alex Iwobi now with the ball for Nigeria, who I must remind you are playing from left to right. Calvin Bassey from that left-hand side. Calvin Bassey will win what we thought would have been a corner kick, but the Moroccan defense have salvaged that one. Alex Iwobi gets the control beyond El-Kaabi. Alex Iwobi goes past two players. Alex Iwobi. Ako Adams now for Nigeria from the right-hand side, but I think he may have been...
Well, the referee called that back for handball, saying that the ball touched the arm of Alex Iwobi. Right call, if you ask me. But good play from Alex Iwobi, just to inject some pace into the Nigerian attack. And like Husband Material rightly stated, it's good that they're pressuring Nigeria and they've not conceded. Because, I mean, some teams would have scored 2 goals from all the pressure that they've, amassed on the Nigerian side, but it's not the case so far. So who knows, if Nigeria have 5 to 10 or 15 minutes of pressure on the Moroccan side, they may just get the first goal. The first goal of this game is so important because, any team who scores this goal may just go on to dominate this game in the remainder part of this one. But it's good for the Nigerian side that they've not conceded in the first 43 minutes of this one.
Well, the 2 coaches in charge of these 2 nations are Africans. Regragui, the boss of Morocco, is Moroccan, and the man in charge of Nigeria Super Eagles, Eric Chell, is Malian. And it is someone just behind me shouting, "God, I beg, help us, help us." As well, don't be scared, guys. Indeed, all the Adebolas and all the great guys, from north, south, east and west of Nigeria. We're hoping we can see more coaches that will lead our Super Eagles to greatness, like we saw with the late coach Stephen Keshi when he led Nigeria to emerge as African champions in 2013. That's Eric Chell, just for the records, the manager in charge of the Super Eagles. He took Mali to the quarterfinals of AFCON 2023, and now he's taken Nigeria to the semi-finals of AFCON 2025. Bassey back to his goalkeeper, Stanley Wabali. Back to Bassey. We're not too far away from the halftime break now. Still no goals to report to you. It's the 54 Football X Bature watch party in the second semi-final fixture of the biggest football competition on the African continent. Akko Adams gets the ball from the main man, Victor Osimhen. His cross intercepted. Moroccans look like they are set for the first goal in the match in the first half. May not come to fruition. Right to Saïd Samuel, throwing for Nigeria again. On the near side here, that's the right hand side of attack for the Super Eagles. El-Kaabi coming back to help Morocco in defense. Captain Victor Osimhen with the captain's armband in the absence of Wilfred Ndidi, who was suspended for this game for accumulation of yellow cards. And we can see some Nigerian fans. I can see MC Lively around the place there, in an atmosphere that is quite lively. Semi Ajayi.
Maybe not lively for us.
For the Moroccans, not for Nigeria.
I mean, you can see the sea of red.
Husband material, that's your friend MC Lively.
Yes. Hopefully it will be a lively evening for him.
Cross from the right side for Nigeria by Akko Adams, but so far Akko has not played with one accord. Hopefully they get it right to see a progress for Nigeria.
I think it's good to see the Moroccans try to see what they can do with the ball in their own half. Throw in short passes, just try and see how they can knock it around and then send it to our half. And I am hopeful that, on one of such occasions they would concede through a costly mistake, and maybe Victor Osimhen would do well to put the ball in the back of the net.
They have the ball now with their man Achraf Hakimi. He swings the pass to Mazraoui from the right side towards the left side. Mazraoui now coming forward for Morocco. Looks like there will be the great defending there from Brighter Saïd Samuel. Great job by Brighter Saïd Samuel. As Azuli pushes him off the ball. Free kick for Nigeria.
Oh, that was a brave move from Brighter Saïd Samuel. He knew that if he had to gain, that forward push from the man Ezazoli, he was going to win a free kick in that position. So smart one from the man, Brighter Saïd Samuel, who has not done so badly in this first 45 for the Nigerian side, but you can clearly see that they've been on the back foot, so they've had to defend more than the Moroccan side. But good one for Brighter Saïd Samuel, winning the free kick in that position.
He's had a fantastic tournament so far, Brighter Saïd Samuel. Nigeria may not have had a fantastic first half, but it's officially over for the first 45 in a match where neither Morocco nor Nigeria are fortified, so the fans are yet to be satisfied. Halftime officially at the Prince Moulay Abdullah Stadium. It's been a game where Nigeria's Ademola Lookman had a fantastic attempt on goal, bringing out a save from goalkeeper Yassine Bono. Also, Morocco themselves have had cause to ask a few questions of the Nigerian back line with the brilliance of El-Kaabi and Brahim Diaz. But after all said and done, neither team have been undone. So look forward in the second half to be turned on They're being watched by fans from Lagos to London. It's halftime officially. Nigeria nil, Morocco nil. And we get ready for the halftime break before the second 45 comes alive. We're having fun on this one 100%. Let's also look forward to hearing from the fans. But that will come after we're going for a short break. All the excitement coming your way right here, courtesy of the 54 football experture, AFCON 2025 watch party. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, guys.
Continent, one title, one goal. The undisputed champion of Africa. Wake up, Africa!
2025 African Cup of Nations is here, and it's time to yalla. What is your favorite animal? The Super Eagles, the Carthage Eagles, the Teranga Lions, the Chipolopolos, the Foxes, or the Squirrels?
Or are you for the Bafana, the Pharaohs, the Indomitable Lions, the Stallions, the Zebras, the Leopards, or the defending champions, the Elephants in the room?
Well, whatever you are, it's time to rep your nation, make the loudest noise, and dirty your December with the best of football that the Africa has got to offer. No go carry last though.
Who will be crowned champions? The Ivory Coast defending their title, runners-up in the Super Eagles, or Morocco hosting to win it? There's only one place to be, one continent to focus on, and one sport to stick with.
Are you ready for this? Rabat, Casablanca, Marrakech, Fes, Tangier, and Agadir. 6 cities all ready for this continental fiesta. Do not be left out.
It's time for Africa. It's time for business. It's time for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Get ready to yalla!
بابا خطير بابا جيدا يرجع الكره للكانو بالفعل رجع الكره للكانو مشات لوسط الميدان خصنا نحط التسديد ديال الكيليدي هدف قلت بانه خصنا نحتفظوا من التسديد ديال كيليدي يحصل بن محمود فقط عن طريقه بيبعاد الكره خطيره جدا خطيره جدا. لاحظوا الطريقه باش يمشيو الكره اللاعبين النيجيريين. واحد مهاجم واحد امام جوج ديال المدافعين بينهم الحارس استطاع باش ياخذ الكره. لاحظوا قبل ما تسير الكره
the continental glory at European football level, and for Salah, that's it. Final 2017, final 2021, Senegal stopped them back then. So, and he knows he's in his 30s now. So the pressure on him is, I would like to win the AFCON for myself and my country. I think that's more of it. It's like Didier Drogba, who did not win with Cote d'Ivoire, than trying to prove any point in Liverpool.
All right, so I mean, we're done with the title favorites. What are your dark horses, Chuma?
Uganda comes to my mind, not to win the title,
the
but they come to my mind, maybe not to win the title, but as a side who will go far in the competition. you know, sometimes you look at them and think that they don't have enough quality. But I've seen this team, 10 matches in the World Cup qualifying series, 6 wins, 4 defeats, amassed even more points than Nigeria Super Eagles, even though they were in different groups. And they come into a group where you think, even if you're not top 2, you finish third, you can still qualify as one of the top 3 teams, and anything is possible when you get to the knockout rounds. After all said and done, Nigeria was so perfect in 2021, winning all 3 group games, including beating Egypt, only to lose to Tunisia, who finished third in their group. So there's that opportunity for Uganda. And then I'll just throw in DR Congo, semi-finalists last time out. Now they're about to go to the World Cup. Uganda and DR Congo for me.
Uganda, DR Congo, that's some East African flavor to it, sort of. But for Timmy, are you going West African?
Yeah, I will go for Mali first. Definitely, you have to look at them critically. They
perennial underachievers, right?
They are always doing so much in the group stages. They will play so well. But at the time when you need them most, they just tend to fizzle out in the knockout stage. I think I will still pick them as one of my darks for this Nations Cup. Let's not forget Burkina Faso. They have some very good players at this point in time. Breton Traore, who is playing for Sunderland, and they also have another player, I can't remember his name right, but you just have this feeling that Burkina Faso might also just be in there. Remember the last Nations Cup Nigeria won, they got to the finals. It was Nigeria that edged them. And definitely I have to say DR Congo. Hey, who can just not look at DR Congo? Sebastian Desabre, he's done so much for African football. I wanted to have him as the Super Eagles coach. I would have loved it, but then it didn't happen. So for my dark horses, Mali, Burkina Faso, and definitely DR Congo.
Sebastian Desabre is on his 12th stint or 12th job in Africa. He knows the continent like the back of his hand. He's managed with that Casablanca. He's managed Lobola.
He looks like Claude Leroy.
Yeah, it's like a Claude Leroy, right? Claude Leroy. And talk about Claude Leroy. He says he doesn't believe the Super Eagles have got what it takes to win the AFCON. He believes that our firepower up front is not convincing. He said if you score 20 goals in World Cup qualifying 12 matches, you should be doing better. And for that reason, he's not convinced about Nigeria's chances. So sad. But before we wrap up this preview, guys, I want to put you on the spot. Who is winning AFCON 2025? Chuma, you go first.
Do we have just one option or two?
You have one.
Just one.
Yeah.
Why not finalists?
Okay.
Okay. Let me make it easier.
Okay, finalists. Morocco will be in the final, and Nigeria because I'm Nigerian, but Morocco.
Do you agree with him?
Yeah. I think I will toe his line. Morocco definitely should win this competition, but then for the other finalists, I'll be looking at DR Congo.
All right, some interesting picks from the guys on our tournament preview for AFCON 2025. It begins on the 21st of December when the host Morocco take on Comoros, who have named them a fully foreign-based team for the Africa Cup of Nations. Do well to enjoy the tournament, and it's Dirty December. It means that you can have fun, celebrate Christmas, and also enjoy the very best of African football. It's a wrap from us right here. Africa's biggest football fiesta will kick off one in the North African country of Morocco, and 24 top sides from 52 matches, 24 nations, 9 stadiums, 6 cities, 1 continent, 1 title, 1 goal. The undisputed champion of Africa. Wake up, Africa!
2025 African Cup of Nations is here, and it's time to yalla. What is your favorite animal? The Super Eagles, the Carthage Eagles, the Teranga Lions, the Chipolopolos, the Foxes, or the Squirrels?
Or are you for the Bafana, the Pharaohs, the Indomitable Lions, the Stallions, the Zebras, the Leopards, or the defending champions, the Elephants in the room?
Well, wherever you are, it's time to rep your nation, make the loudest noise, and dirty your December with the best of football that the African continent has got to offer. No go carry last though.
Who will be crowned champions? The Ivory Coast defending their title, runners-up in the Super Eagles, or Morocco hosting to win it? There's only one place to be, one continent to focus on, and one sport to stick with.
Are you ready for this? Rabat, Casablanca, Marrakech, Fes, Tangier, and Agadir. 6 cities all ready for this continental fiesta. Do not be left out.
It's time for Africa. It's time for business. It's time for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Get ready to Yala!
Let me hear you say whoop, 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 whoop. If you know that the Super Eagles will get this day, nobody, Moroccans are not getting this one. If the Super Falcons can do this against Morocco, why can't the Super Eagles? Let us do a double. Let me hear you say whoop, whoop. The belief is not much, but I'm going to feel your pulse. I really need to know. First 45 minutes played already. We are seeing some hanky-panky on the pitch of play. But I tell you for a fact that the Lord will give us this day. Amen? Amen. The iron breaker will give us this day. He will smash the system. He will scatter the whole refereeing, officiating, and make this day ours. 45 minutes played. We can see that the Moroccans had the better of the day. The 45 minutes. But I need to know from you. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. But the Lord give us this day, amen.
Amen.
All right, tell me, first 45 minutes, but we're seeing already the card. And the card that was given, that foul, was it worth the yellow card? How do you feel about the 45 minutes?
First of all, I think the foul was meant for Nigeria because the American guy drew Bassey back, but as you can see, it was a Ghanaian man and he had to go in favor of Morocco. But yeah, hopefully the second half will be better for us.
All right, you say a Ghanaian man. What is this thing with Ghana?
I don't know. I just know that they're against Nigeria, so yeah.
All right, okay. I'm hoping that you can hear that. But let's see. I'm going to be testing those I know can scream it all out. Let's go to the ladies. Hello, ladies. Where are the ladies in the house? Ladies, give a shout out. Woo! Hey, hey, hey. You always come in green, but today you're not coming in green, and I'm wondering don't you believe?
In green, actually. It's green, white, green.
That's great, that's great, that's great. So what do you feel about this 45 minutes played already?
Oh my God, I'm so anxious, but I'm choosing to believe in the boys. I'm choosing to believe in the boys.
You see, we have one believer here, and I'm hoping that we have another believer. Let's see if we can test another poll and see if they believe in the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Stanley Unwabali, I hope he's your brother. He's the chief. And I'm hoping that that save has given you confidence that he has his head together.
He has his head together. I believe.
You believe?
I believe.
You really believe? How do you think this game would end with what you've seen so far?
2-0 to Eagles.
2-0. How many people believe that too? That it's going to be 2-0 tonight? I cannot hear your victory chants. Where are my people? Victory chants. Let's hear you. Give it up for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Hello, hello, hello. Let's hear you say something. Super Eagles for the win or nothing. Come on, bro.
I mean, you're Super Eagles for the win, for sure. Yeah, I mean.
All right. What changes do you think should be made? Or if there is none, still tell us. Should he keep the crop of players he's got on the field?
Well, for now, I think the match is going well, but I mean, we need to get more confident. I mean, our player gets the ball, but they don't know what to do with it. But they are trying regardless. Yeah, so it's a good one.
All right, I know we missed one player, and that player is the captain of the side, Wilfred Ndidi. Are you missing Wilfred Ndidi? My brother, tell me, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I feel like his contribution to the team is actually like really felt today. So, and now we are going to actually have to lose, what's it called, Bassey in the next match. So it's actually like a big one for the team.
Okay, but when we see these guys, when they are about to shout goal, we hear their voices. I'm wondering where their voices went to on this mic, because I can hear myself. Hey, bro, high five for being so loud. Thank you. All right, bro, let's test your poll. Come on. Super Eagles, I need to test the heartbeats. I want to know if you're scared that the Super Eagles will not get this one. Would they get this one? Brother, you have to face the camera. Let's have your turn. So tell us, share your confidence.
I don't have the spirit of fear. Amen. Amen. No. We are here. We are buoyant. We're playing counter-attacking football. So, Morocco are going to be in possession. So we'll just be patient. Yeah.
We active. Say that. We what? We what? If Morocco do nya, they go yeah, paw. We did it at the Women's African Cup of Nations. The Super Eagles can do this one. I have a confidence that they get to do this one today. So I'll be handing over right now, sharing that confidence there with a high five. I'll be handing over to the guys in the studio. Over to you, Chuma, husband material, and Alex.
Alrighty, fantastic. Thank you so much, Onyi. You know, when we hear your voice, we have no choice but to stop making noise. You have such a good voice. That's why you're loved by Lagos's big boys. And hearing you talk made me rejoice. Well done, thank you. Alrighty, let's get ready for the action. The second half is about to get underway, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 54 Football X Bature AFCON25 Watchalong. And the second half is now up and running. My name is Chuma Nnoli, in the company of the one and only superstar podcast hosts, Chukwude Zugu, aka Husband Material, and the big name from radio, Alex Agbasiere. Guys, we're up and running again. It's Nigeria now playing from right to left with the white top on the white shorts, and Morocco are playing from left to right with the red top on the green shorts. What are your expectations for the second half, Husband Material?
I hope that the Super Eagles would go all out and get that all-important first goal. I think the first goal, and whoever gets that goal would have a say in this game. I hope that it's the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and it will put the Moroccans under pressure. They will panic, and then we'll get that very important second goal that would see us through to the finals of this competition. No fears. Allow protect Alex Iwobi and give him the opportunity to come into the game and dictate proceedings from the midfield. I hope that we will see more of Victor Osimhen, Adebola Lookman, and most importantly, Bono will be scrambling to save some strikes from the Super Eagles players.
How about you, Alex? The Moroccans were the better of the two sides in the first half.
Yeah.
Can they continue with that momentum, you think?
Yeah, I think they pressed better. They closed down the Nigerian side quickly, and that's the reason why they had the lion's share of the possession. But if you look at the midfield of the Nigerian side, I think Rafael Onyedika has to come into this game, because Rafael Onyedika sits too deep sometimes, and when he receives the ball, he's not thinking to progress forward. He always likes to play the ball back, and what that does is it brings Alex Iwobi back deep inside the midfield. The only time we saw Nigeria play well was when Iwobi came into the game. So I think that they should let Iwobi free. Frank Onyeka and Onyedika should provide that security just behind Iwobi to give him that freedom to go forward. Because we're not playing with traditional wingers on one side and the other side of the area, we have to go down the middle, and the passing has to be very precise and intricate. So second 45, like Husband Material said, they have to be very calm. They have to also understand that it's still a long way to go, and do not allow yourself out of this game, because if they score the first goal, then they can unsettle the host, and conceding first would not be good for the Nigerian side. But I expect more from this second 45 for the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
The second 45 is now up and running. Alex Iwobi is down on the top. Should be a free kick for Nigeria as Hakimi speaks to the referee. Iwobi was getting ready to to control that ball, and of course Hakimi leapt to get to it, and I was laughing because Husband Material was asking the referee to give a yellow card to the Moroccan captain.
I think the referee should be more consistent. If Bassey received a card for that tackle against Diaz, that I would say was a mistake, given the fact that he was backing him, I think Hakimi should also have gotten a card for that challenge on Alex Iwobi. You cannot act in a particular way in the first half, and then in the second half you're lenient.
Well, Akko Adams just staring at the referee and saying, "Ref, free kick for Morocco instead of free kick for Nigeria." Well, the Moroccans who have the ball again. The pressure perhaps is also getting to the center referee too. As we see the guy Massina with the ball for Morocco. Long clearance into the half of Nigeria Super Eagles. Header by Semi Ajayi. Please, if you're from Ghana and you're here, help us call the referee, please. Tell the referee that the fans are crying because we did not see this coming. Accra and the Ghanaian see this. Nigeria doing the right thing here as we keep it going. Exciting times. Football aplenty tonight for you. Well, we have many Nigerians who are fans of Arsenal as we see the former Arsenal coach Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger is in the stadium watching this one while his former side Arsenal are also playing against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup at this time. The Gunners have doubled in the semi-final stage of that cup competition, while Nigeria's Super Eagles are here playing in the semi-finals of AFCON25. Alex Iwobi, who is on the pitch for Nigeria, is a former Arsenal player as well. Ball with Semi Ajayi to Calvin Bassey now, the man who got a yellow card in the first half and who will miss the final if Nigeria gets there. Alex Iwobi, Fulham to Fulham, two players who play in England for the same club.
And you can see because of Frank Onyeka not doing his business, Iwobi has to drop deep. And that's what I'm saying. I think that a tactical substitution should be made in that midfield for the Nigerian side.
Someone like Rafael Onyedika.
Rafael Onyedika, yeah.
Alex Iwobi has the ball now around the center circle area, running into the half of Morocco. Lovely pass by Iwobi to Ademola Lookman. Ademola has the ball from this left-hand side for Nigeria. Bruno Yemechi with the cross. Goes wide. Victor Osimhen waiting for it. Strike! It's off target from Rafael Onyedika. He's got 2 goals for Nigeria in the round of 16 stage of this competition. And he's been caught a frustrated figure in this. Have you made a shift post for him?
Well, there's a player who can hit that. He's shown that he can hit from afar, but on that occasion, that was way off target. He was never going to trouble anybody. The man, Rafael Onyedika, a good player, but I don't think he's in this game, if you ask me.
Alex has spoken about the coach carrying out a tactical change, and I think I'm in agreement because we have seen too much of Iwobi dropping deep to get the ball, and every time he gets the ball, we see something magical. And it is testament of the fact that he can do a lot every time he's with the ball. I'm hoping that they can provide that cover.
Well, Nigeria had the ball. Lookman had it taken off him. It's 3-on-2 for Morocco. The Moroccans will have a strike. Fantastic save by Stanley Nwabali. Fantastic save by Nwabali, who's screaming. I'm not too sure if that's at the referee or at his defense, but he has to be careful though. That was certainly not a bad strike from Ezazuli.
Yeah. And that's a good save from Stanley Nwabali. And look at that again, the Nigerian side complaining. There's a pull down there, and that should
have been a free kick for Nigeria, man.
It's a clear free kick. I don't understand what's going on.
Yes, I have spoken about consistency. The referee made certain calls in the first half, and you would expect him to stay true to these calls. It's unfortunate that we have seen 2 clear fouls, and the referee has chosen to look the other way. And it can be telling on the players because they begin to deal with pressure. You begin to question if the referee is, for you or against you. And you don't want to experience such playing at this level in the AFCON.
It's a semi-final match in the biggest football competition on the African continent. Rafael Onyedika chasing to get the ball from Saibari. That will be a free kick for Morocco right now. From the left-hand side, here will come the Atlas Lions of Morocco, 1976 African champions. It's been half a century since the last were crowned champions of our continent. Mazraoui goes past through. Mazraoui lets the pass through. Fantastic job by Calvin Bassey. If you love Calvin Bassey, make some noise! Mazraoui, when they struggle with Man U, what can use Nigeria shine? Skibo, wait, are you kidding me? So you mean you want to redeem me? In the words of Leo Kesh. Morocco coming forward again, but the Super Eagles will have this one.
And, the second half has started really well. And still for the home side, they've had to create better chances already. First 8 minutes of the second 45, and surprising that we've seen so many chances and we're still 0-0 in this game. And you would expect a game like this with the chances, the number of chances created, at least 1 goal in the back of the net.
I must commend Calvin Bassey for that timely intervention, and we saw how he pushed forward and tried to launch an attack. I hope that, from what I can see, it would appear like Alex Iwobi would be given the opportunity to go forward, and I'm hoping that our players can control the midfield, allow him the opportunity to be more creative while protecting the back four. But there's a long way to go, very long way to go, but I hope that gradually the players will come into this game and then we can assert our dominance.
Well, in total, this is the 12th meeting between the two nations. Asemi Ajayi has the ball to Calvin Bassey. Morocco have the upper hand historically, 12 meetings, 11 before this one. Morocco have won 6, Nigeria have won 3, and there's been 2 draws between the nations. But in the Africa Cup of Nations, there's always been a winner and a loser. Frank Onyeka now for Nigeria. Frank Onyeka squares the ball through. Hits the roof of the net, that one. Well, this is the semi-final, so there has to be just one winner and a loser, I love to say. There will be a victor, a victim, and eviction. One of the above, really. After all said and done in this one, 55 minutes played so far. Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium in Rabat. Achraf Hakimi with the ball for Morocco. They hold on to the possession from this right-hand side of attack. Long ball. Stanley Wabali comes out to get it ahead of El-Kaabi. And it's going to be a goal kick for Nigeria Super Eagles.
Yeah, great anticipation from the goalkeeper to read that, come out of his line to grab that one. Easy catch for the Nigerian goalkeeper, who has had to pull off some good saves in this game, Stanley Wabali. Many may not like him for his antics, but I think that he has done well and carried himself in this game.
And I'm hoping that the saves he has made is indicative that his head is in this game and he's very much in control of everything that happens in his box. But I would love to see more of our players, put the ball in the Moroccan half and give them problems also. It would appear like every time we send the ball back, there's this hesitation and uncertainty.
Well, Demola Lookman is trying to come forward for Nigeria, but loses possession. And Morocco will come forward, but it's the Super Eagles who will try to regain the passage of play. The North Africans still ready to prove their mettle here tonight. From this right-hand side, ball will be squared through. Wabali almost beaten on his near post by the brilliance of Brahim Diaz. Would have been an awkward goal, that one, for the Nigerians to concede. Victor Osimhen now. He's been isolated by the Moroccan defense, the 2023 African Footballer of the Year, who plays for Galatasaray in Turkey. Misplaced passes for the Super Eagles, but there was a handball, so it's a free kick for Nigeria, just around the halfway stage of the pitch. Well, out of the 11 goals scored, in the 5 meetings between these two teams in the Africa Cup of Nations, 7 of those 11 goals have been scored in the second half. So you should expect goals in the second half, perhaps.
Yeah.
Calvin Bassey to Rafael Onyedika. What is Onyedika playing in this match, please? Or is that more like Bruno Yemechi this time around? A misplaced pass by Bruno Yemechi. And we see the coach of Morocco, Regragui. He became the first coach to lead an African team to the semi-finals of a FIFA World Cup. Free kick for Morocco. His right-hand side of defending for them. Right to Saïd Samuel, almost coming under so much pressure from Ezazuli. Throwing for the Atlas Lions on the far side. That's the left-hand side of attack. Morocco are still asking a few questions of this Nigerian defense. They'll come to the right. Mazraoui and co helping out. Go back to Ezazuli from that left-hand side. Right to Saïd Samuel marking. They have to be careful not to concede a penalty in Nigeria. They really have to be careful now. He takes Ezazuli out.
Yeah, fantastic one again for Stanley Wabali. Comes out of his line again, just shift his body to that side and gets to the end of that ball to save for the Nigerian side. 60 minutes on the clock, and the tension still very much on the Super Eagles of Nigeria as Morocco keep on piling on the pressure. The passing has to be better. I mean, I said it in the first half that they have to start passing the ball better. but again, they keep losing the ball in key areas, and that's not good.
Well, Nigeria has the ball now with Alex Iwobi to Akko Adams from this left-hand side. Akko goes past his marker, is fouled by Hakimi. The referee gives a free kick to Nigeria.
I think that we must begin to appreciate the importance of Wilfred Ndidi in this team.
Yes.
Coming into this game, considering the fact that he would miss the game because of accumulated cards, a lot of people felt at ease, given what we have seen from Onyeka and Onyedika. But from what I have seen so far in the first hour of this game, there's a long way to go. And we must appreciate Wilfred Ndidi and the quality he brings to this side. Hopefully, we can get into the finals and see him in the finals.
Well, it looks like Nigeria may be having a substitution shortly as Alex Iwobi has the ball for the Super Eagles. Towards that right-hand side to find Semi Ajayi. It's been 5 free kicks in this match for Morocco. Just 1 free kick for Nigeria. Semi Ajayi again to Calvin Bassey. Super Eagles passing the ball. Alex Iwobi coming back to help in defending. And the pass from the man Calvin Bassey could not find Bruno Yemechi. Guys, let's see. Can we do this together, guys? Can we do this together? All we are saying, can we do it together? Let's urge the Super Eagles together. Let's try. All we are saying, give us one goal. Super Eagles, we're talking to you. Let's do it one more time. All we are saying, give us one goal. Those who hear you, no worry. Those who hear you. Bro, you never see one, they ask for 2. The Super Eagles love you too, my brother. Fantastic stuff. Calvin Bassey with the ball right now. The Super Eagles are certainly too much. Alex Iwobi has been forced to come back, just like Alex mentioned, his namesake here in this house with us. Victor Osimhen was overcrowded by 2 defenders there. The captain for the Super Eagles on the night is just being careful so he doesn't get injured. While speaking to the center referee, 62 minutes played, no goals displayed in this game that cannot be replayed. Nigeria nil, Morocco nil. Mazraoui was leaping alongside Massina to get that ball, and Mazraoui falling awkwardly as we see again that chance for the Moroccans. A replay of how Stanley Nwabali was on ground to make that save. Nwabali has been criticized by several persons for his theatrics sometimes, but on the balance of play for the last 2 years, he has held on to that position as number 1 choice for Nigeria. And to be fair, he's been able to prove his mettle on a consistent basis. The goalkeeper who plays in South Africa for Chippa United. Nwabali has the ball again now. Nwabali out for a throwing for Morocco.
Yeah, and that was risky from Semi Ajayi to give the goalkeeper a back pass, you know, when you see Moroccan players rushing onto the goalkeeper. But luckily for the Nigerian side, Stanley Nwabali could clear his line.
Cross for Morocco. Nwabali saves again. We've seen over an hour football played. Brahim Diaz, 5 goals in 5 matches in AFCON 2025 before this one. But he's yet to find the back of the net against a Nigerian team that has 2 of the top scorers in the competition. Victor Osimhen with 4 goals and 2 assists. Ademola Lookman with 3 goals and 4 assists. Calvin Bassey with the ball now for Nigeria to Bruno Yemechi. Alex Iwobi, quick one to Akko Adams. Akko Adams goes past his marker. Referee says free kick for Morocco. It's been so many free kicks in this match. More of them going to the Moroccans. To be fair, I think the referee was right there.
Yeah, that's a foul. Akko Adams just using his hand to, you know, bring down the Moroccan player on that occasion. He had tried to beat him for pace, but that didn't work out fine for the man. But another player who I think hasn't been in this game so far, Akko Adams, is one of the bright lights for the Nigerian side, but we haven't seen much of him alongside Ademola Lookman and Victor Osimhen.
Well, Morocco will launch that ball through. Goes to evade everybody else, straight into the arms of Stanley Nwabali again. Are we going to see that Nigerian change shortly? Moses Simon is warming up. He may be introduced any moment from now. Yeah, we love you, we love you. Fantastic support for the Super Eagles tonight. Alex Iwobi. We're seeing him come back to help the defense, Alex Iwobi. And this is not his favorite position, actually.
Yeah. He doesn't like to play deep. He likes to play just behind the 3 strikers so that he can create chances for them. And we've seen him drop so deep in this game a good number of times, and that can stifle his creativity. That's for Alex Iwobi now. And like you said, the importance of Wilfred Ndidi in the previous games saw Alex Iwobi go forward and try to do something amazing, but we've not seen that. And look at Alex Iwobi, he's so deep inside the midfield, and that's what we've not seen this so far in this tournament. He's always up front trying to create chances for the Nigerian side. So maybe a tactical switch or something from Eric Schell just to unsettle the Moroccan side in this game.
We have seen him play like a centre back for some. It's disturbing actually, and
There's Azuli with a push on Bright Said Samo. And the amazing persons here in Bature were asking for a yellow card for the Moroccan man, but the referee just warned him. We're having fun here at the 54 Football X Bature AFCON 2025 Watchalong. Second semi-final fixture for this continental fiesta. And for Nigeria and Morocco, this is not time for siesta. Ademola Lookman, Ako Adams, Bruno Yemechi on this near side. That's the left hand side of attack for Nigeria. Out for a throwing for the Super Eagles. Bruno Yemechi will get the ball. Takes it quickly to Alex Iwobi, who's now forward thinking and forward minded. Iwobi sent it through towards that center circle area to Semi Ajayi. Rafael Onyedika to Calvin Bassey. Now Alex Iwobi one more time for Nigeria on this near side. Iwobi going forward. Iwobi has some space. Iwobi, Victor Osimhen! Yasin Bonu saves. Brilliant pass that was from the Fulham man Alex Iwobi for Nigeria.
you know we have spoken extensively about Alex Iwobi going forward because he's super creative and he will do well to pick those spaces.
El-Kaabi, he's onside. El-Kaabi, Calvin Bassey came back in time. Fantastic play by Calvin Bassey to rescue the Super Eagles of Nigeria, who are making mistakes at the back at this time. My oh my, that was a brilliant long ball by Yasin Bonu, the goalkeeper for Morocco. And the Nigerian defense was caught flat-footed.
That was a wonderful track back from Calvin Bassey, just to unsettle El-Kaabi there to give Stanley Nwabali a chance to pick up the ball. It was a wonderful give and go with Brahim Diaz and El-Kaabi to set up El-Kaabi. Sami Ajayi tried to keep him offside, but he was clearly onside on that occasion and just barges into the defender. Wonderful defensive play from Calvin Bassey, and I have to say, by far Nigeria's best player in this game so far.
He sure has been the man. Stanley Nwabali is telling his boys, come on guys, come on guys, come on Super Eagles. You have done it in the past, you can do it again. In AFCON 2000, it was Nigeria winning 2-0 in Nigeria. This is AFCON 2025, and Morocco are hoping to win in Morocco. But the Super Eagles would love to stop that.
I am still worried because Alex Iwobi still plays very deep from the back. I don't know if this is some sort of strategy to confuse the Moroccans, and then maybe we can bust forward and do something.
Victor Osimhen takes the ball backwards for Nigeria. Bryce Said Samuel, Franco Yeka, Osayi Samuel again on that right hand side of attack for Nigeria. Semi Ajayi, Alex Iwobi now, the orchestrator in chief, switches play towards Bruno Yemechi on this left side. Yemechi doesn't trap the ball right. Play remains. Bruno Yemechi launches across through. It was out for a throwing. Was out for a throwing. That's what the referee says. Throwing for Morocco. I'm wondering why Bruno Yemechi struggles to trap that ball. Eric Schell, when Nigeria lost to DR Congo, he said they use voodoo. Now I'm wondering what Eric Schell will say. They use referee or something like that.
If that's supposed to be a throw-in, it has to be a throw-in for Nigeria because the Moroccan player got the last touch. No idea what this referee is doing. It's no idea. I don't know what he's doing, and I cannot understand the decision made by the center referee. and the players are still confused because the referee isn't even explaining what he's done.
Achraf Hakimi with a throw-in for Morocco. The centre referee from Ghana is being scrutinised now by the fans. He has been questioned as to his brilliance on the pitch tonight. Several questionable calls.
I had a lot of hope that because of this game is seen by everybody in Africa, the referees would understand what it means to manage a game like this. But I think the referee has done a bad job on this game. I'm not the one who likes to criticize referees because it's not an easy thing to do, standing there trying to control the game and trying to put players in check. But this referee has done a bad job so far in the 70th minute of this game. He hasn't controlled the game. He has given out cheap free kicks and he has made some questionable decisions against the Nigerian side. And he doesn't even communicate his decisions.
Bassey coming back now. Bassey!
That's a foul. That's a foul.
Stanley Wabali saves the ball. El-Kaabi and Bassey having some physical pushing and tugging around the place. El-Kaabi was dragging the Nigerian defender. But the referee says nothing about that one. Stanley Wabali will restart play for Nigeria. Alexi Iwobi. Meanwhile, it looks like the Gunners may be marching into the final of the Carabao Cup, leading Chelsea by 3-1. 265 passes for Nigeria, 226 passes for Morocco. So the Super Eagles have passed the ball more often than their North African rivals. Now they have Semi Ajayi from Calvin Bassey. Semi will go towards that right-hand side. Right to Saïd Samo, chasing the ball there.
It's really very disturbing, some of the calls that the referee has made, and it has the potential of just ruining the game in its entirety. You would notice that even the players on the pitch did not know why he called for the ball. Just think about it. We're watching on TV and we are confused, and the coach is confused, the players are confused. They did not know why the referee signaled that we resume play. So it's really very confusing, and I hope that the antics of the referee does not overshadow the beauty of this game.
Achraf Hakimi switches play from right to left to Ezazuli. Ezazuli from that left-hand side. His long ball goes out for a goal kick for Nigeria in the 73rd minute. It's still Nigeria Super Eagles 0. The Atlas Lions of Morocco 0. One more time, please, if you're from Ghana, just come to me. Let us send you to help us speak to the referee, please.
Well, at this point, we don't even need them to speak to the referee because nothing can be done. We're going to use this referee. Even when we play extra time, it's still the same referee that's going to be there. We've only seen a substitution when it comes to refereeing once in a football game, but questionable officiating, I have to say, from the start of this game. Even in the early stages of this game, the referee didn't seem to control things in this one. But again, with all of the pressure, with all of what Morocco have done in this game, it's still 0-0, and that's the good thing for the Nigerian side.
Calvin Bassey with the ball for the Super Eagles. Long ball by Calvin Bassey, controlled by Adams. Ademola Lookman now, ball taken off him. The man from Atlanta couldn't hold on to that possession for too long. Nigeria will get it back with Alexi Iwobi. Iwobi to Calvin Bassey. Now it's Bruno Yemechi on the near side, from the left-hand side of attack for Nigeria. Adams for the Super Eagles. Ako drifts towards the center. And the ball is out for a throwing for Nigeria from this left-hand side. Off a
full cross from Abde Azoli across the face of goal, but the header there from Bruno Yemechi take that out for a corner. El-Kaabi standing over the corner, but brilliant opportunity for the Moroccan side to put a wonderful ball from Abde Azoli across the face of goal. The goalkeeper was rooted to the spot, but Bruno Yemechi got there first and headed the ball clear for a corner.
Corner kick this is right now for this superstar side of Morocco. Achraf Hakimi will be taking this corner kick. Crossed by Hakimi from the right-hand side. And it's headed out for, it's not a goal kick or yet another corner kick for Morocco. It's a goal kick for Nigeria Super Eagles.
Well, it was,
Oh my, El-Kaabi had the final touch.
Yeah, he did have the final touch. El-Kaabi looking to score. As he headed that one off targets for a goal kick to the Nigerian side. And yeah, you can see the Moroccan fans in their numbers happy and enjoying this game out there at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium. They're clearly on the upper hand, obviously, so you expect their fans to be happy. But again, like I said, Chuma, the fact that this game has gone on for this long and they've not scored, you have to commend the Nigerian defense. Calvin Bassey, Semi Ajayi and the likes, and Alex Iwobi doing a wonderful job up front for the Nigerian side.
Well, this is Nigeria with possession now. Frank Onyeka out-muscled. Was that Akwa Adams out-muscled by the Moroccan defense? Now they will come forward, Morocco. Achraf Hakimi. Bruno. We've just seen Onyedika. Rafael Onyedika gets a yellow card from the referee, and Akwa Adams is telling the referee, but ref, they fouled me there. You did not give a free kick for Nigeria, but now you're giving a yellow card to Onyedika. Maybe that's a sign for Coach Eric Shell to pull out Onyedika. He tried to take one for the team, to be fair.
Well, he tried to take one for the team by stopping the attack of Hakimi Achraf for the Moroccan side. And I'm not the one to call for substitutions, but I think maybe they should take him off. Onyedika should be taken off for the Nigerian side. He has walked his socks off, he's done well, and today certainly so not his day on the midfield. And giving away cheap free kicks like this can be costly for the Nigerian side.
Morocco have this free kick. Their fans are chanting. The players on the pitch are panting. But after 90 minutes, they're going to be hoping they will not be ranting. Achraf Hakimi in the mix. There's Azuli. Long ball into the penalty area of the Super Eagles. Calvin Bassey heads that one out. Morocco again. Calvin Bassey of Fulham in England has been the man protecting Nigeria from suffering Fulham in the hands of Morocco. Their last Lions have the possession from that left-hand channel as Azuli walking from that territory for them. Super Eagles have to defend again. Bright to Saeed Samuel trying to help out. But Saeed Samuel intercepts. As Azuli one more time. Here the North Africans will come. Number 5. 2 former African Footballer of the Year award winners having a bit of miscommunication there. Ademola Lookman and also Victor Osimhen. Morocco's back line has barely been tested in this second half by the Super Eagles. No substitution made by either manager so far after 80 minutes of action. Cross for Morocco. Calvin Bassey heads out. Right to Saeed Samuel. Has a Azuli around him. Saeed Samuel gets to play for Nigeria as Azuli falls. Referee says play on for Morocco. Frank Onyeka stops Mazraoui. Great job by Onyeka. Cleared. Morocco regain possession one more time. Well, the North Africans are really coming at the Nigerian side. Finally, Rafael Onyedika concedes a free kick. Well, he didn't touch the ball, to be fair, so that was a foul on Mazraoui. So indeed, that's a free kick for Morocco. Just watching the replay of that game, Morocco were asking for a penalty, but there was a deflection, and Calvin Bassey's hand was on a natural position. It was.
Yeah.
It was in a natural position, that one.
Yeah, that can never be given as a penalty. The hand was down, just close to the body, natural position. It can be contested though, but that's not a penalty. The referee said play on. They want it to be checked, but I don't think that they're going to check that because the hand is clearly in a natural position when the ball struck the arm. They have a free kick though on the left-hand side, in a very good position for them to the box. That's what they've done all game long, putting balls into the air, hoping for El-Kaabi or Masina to get on the end of it, and hopefully the Nigerian defenders are, equal to the task to clear their lines again. I think we've relied so much on Calvin Bassey, and that's tiring. 80 minutes of football, and this is just unbelievable that the Moroccans have been on top of this game for so long.
Taking the free kick quickly and shot into the penalty area of the Super Eagles. Nwabali comes out, makes the save. Starts play quickly for Nigeria. Akwa Adams coming forward here. Akwa Adams. Akwa Adams. Akwa Adams misplaces his pass. And looks like the coaches are playing for extra time now. because they are yet to make any change. Brahim Diaz. 9 shots on goal for Morocco, 2 for Nigeria. Scoreline still even Stevens. 0-0. Kevin Bassey marking. The Nigerian player is down. The referee says, play on. Stanley Wabali punches that out. Brahim Diaz for the Atlas Lions. Kevin Bassey who head out. And a return shot from the Atlas Lions out for a goal kick for Nigeria. And Akko Adams is not having a good game at all tonight. Just watching again that fantastic strike from Ezazuli and the great save by Stanley Nwabali for Nigeria.
His decision making has been really very poor, especially in the second half. And I mean, Alex mentioned that it's time to get Onyedika out of the game, and that's what Coach Eric Schell has done. And Moses Simon is coming in to replace Onyedika. Hopefully he can bring some sort of stability into that game and allow Alex Iwobi, importantly, the opportunity to be more creative. Speaking about that chance by Akko, it's really very important to point out that opportunities like that define the outcome of the game. And you have to make that decision as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, he wasted too much time. He had Alex Iwobi, and I think he wanted to square the ball to Victor Osimhen. And the Moroccans read it, and they were able to intercept that. That would have been a glorious opportunity for the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
See Morocco just make 2 substitutions. Tagalin has come in for the Atlas Lions, and El-Kaabi has been taken off. Also El-Kaabi looks like he's off the pitch now as play restarts for Nigeria. Calvin Bassey with the possession for the Super Eagles. He's been by a mile the standout player for the 3-time African champions here tonight. From Fulham to Fulham, Alex Iwobi to Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey back to Alex Iwobi. 2 players on dreads. The Super Eagles will dread losing this match tonight. They would dread it, of course, so they wouldn't want to be there. Foul on the Lookman. Free kick for the Super Eagles in the half of Morocco. Close to that halfway stage of the pitch. While we haven't seen a goal in this one at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium, we've seen 5 goals in the Carabao Cup semi-final fixture involving Arsenal and Chelsea. The Gunners lead by 3 goals to 2 in that one. And as far as this AFCON25 semi-final fixture is concerned, we're yet to see a goal. Calvin Bassey to Alex Iwobi again. Long ball by Iwobi. Trying to find Victor Osimhen, but it's going to be guarded jealously by the brilliance of our guard. Throwing for Algeria from the right-hand side of defending.
With 5 minutes left in regulation time, I would expect that the Super Eagles of Nigeria would stay focused and just try as much as they can to stay in this game. It's really very important because at this point, any mistake can be very costly. And if you have come all the way, you will just do yourself great disservice if you concede at this time. But I'm also hoping that maybe, because we haven't seen too much from Osimhen, Ademola Lookman and Alex Iwobi going forward and troubling the Moroccan defense, maybe this is just the time to take that big risk and see what can come out of it.
Good thing is, like you mentioned, husband material with under 5 minutes of regulation time to play. The Super Eagles have a throwing on the far side. That's the right-hand side of attack. Was taken by Brighton Saïd Samuel. Now the ball is with Alex Iwobi. He comes towards the left now. Bruno Yemechi. Moses Simon plays for Paris FC in France. Throwing for the Super Eagles. Moses Simon's Paris FC knocked out PSG from the Coupe de France just a few days back. That's the FA Cup in France. And he's here representing his country, Nigeria. Moses Simon, that is. Calvin Bassey with the ball for the Super Eagles. Long ball by Calvin Bassey. Ademola Lookman chasing. Couldn't get to the right connection he would have loved to have there. Out for a goal kick for Morocco. Well, the last time Nigeria Super Eagles faced the host of a Nations Cup in the semi-finals was in AFCON 2004 against Tunisia. And that game actually went into extra time and penalty kicks. Are we going to have a repeat of that again in this as to extra time? It's looking very likely at this stage. I don't know if the fans still believe in the Super Eagles. Let's try. If you believe that Nigeria will still win tonight, make some noise! Fantastic stuff. You guys are still alive. High five, because you guys are still alive. The Super Eagles hopefully will have the right drive so that they wouldn't give us cause to complain as success hopefully will arrive. Let's do it, my brother. My Ghana brother, please call the referee again for us. Thank you so much. Bassey takes the ball to Semi Ajayi. Now to Bright Saeed Samuel for the Super Eagles. 88 minutes on the clock. Semi Ajayi to Bassey. Long ball into the half of Morocco. Moses Simon chasing it. Ashraf Hakimi shooting the ball. Simon was calling for a corner kick, but the referee says it's a goal kick, and we're going to watch the replay to be sure. That's a corner kick now. Not supposed to be a corner kick for the Super Eagles. And Eric Shelley just smiling mischievously and saying, what exactly is this? He's smiling sarcastically and saying, this referee, do. This referee.
Or was that a free kick? Did he award a free kick?
He was awarding a free kick in favor of Morocco. That's oh my God.
All right.
This is unbelievable.
He actually thought that Moses Simon, you know, was holding on to Ashraf Hakimi that much, and so yeah, it was a free kick eventually for the Moroccan side.
That's a clear corner kick, Chuma. I don't know how he was giving a free kick in favor of the Moroccan side, but yeah, he has been so inconsistent, so I think he's just going to continue being inconsistent through the end of this game.
Final minutes of this game. Morocco coming forward. Bassey will shield it for Stanley Wabali. Fantastic communication by the back line for the Super Eagles. My oh my. It's now or never for either side. A goal now could wrap up this semi-final fixture. Would it be for Nigeria? Would it be for Morocco? Only time will tell. Bassey. The Super Eagles playing this one in walking pace. Fantastic long ball by Bassey to Akko Adams on that right hand side. Bright Saeed Samuel has it now in Rabat. Semi Ajayi to Saeed Samuel. The Super Eagles are playing safe. Alex Iwobi's pass misplaced, quite unlike him. Morocco will come forward now. The Super Eagles are being meticulous as Mazraoui launches with his run to Ezazuli from that left-hand side of attack for Morocco. And Brighton Saeed Samuel falls. Ezazuli launches across. Headed out by Bruno Yemechi for the Super Eagles. Ball now with Brahim Diaz to Ashraf Hakimi. In fear of penalty. Morocco. Sweat the ball through. Bassey again. Free kick for the Super Eagles in the penalty area of the Nigerian side. Guys, he didn't fall. He was a slip. It was a slip. It wasn't a fall. A slip, please. Thank you. What just reminds us of what we saw Lionel Messi do to what was that Bayern player or something like that in the UEFA Champions League so many years back? Yeah.
Boateng.
Yeah, Boateng, right?
Yeah. Well, this was a
Simon again. And the through ball evades Ademola Lookman straight into the arms of goalkeeper Yassine Bonu of Morocco. Only one change has been made so far by the coach of the Super Eagles, Eric Shell. I'm sure he's going to be making changes in extra time if we get there.
For a lot of people, the expectation was that this game would produce a lot of goals. But if there was any game in this competition that would end in a barren draw in regulation time, I think it will be the Morocco against Nigeria game because of what we have seen. But I hope that the players can still, just keep their heads, ensure that they see out the 1 minute that is left in this game, and hopefully for the next 30 minutes we can just do all that we can to go all out and get that very important goal. And I'm hoping that they will do so, and the Super Eagles of Nigeria will get the win.
Agord with the ball for Morocco now. And he'll go backwards, Agord. The back line of the Moroccans. Going to Mazraoui on that far side. That's the left-hand side of defending. Interchange of passes. Nigerians are now sleeping and falling. Not too sure why. Moses Simon gets the ball, yeah. Yeah, he got to Ashraf Hakimi first off. Free kick for Morocco. Brahim Diaz for Morocco on the right hand side. Bassey clears. And the final kick is from Bruno Yemechi. Throwing for Morocco. Brahim Diaz. We've had the 3 minutes over. Cross. Bassey heads out for Nigeria. Ademola Lookman to Victor Osimhen. Osimhen to Akko Adams. Akko Adams going forward. Akko Adams. Steve Mazraoui stop his ball. The referee allows play to continue. And it's over! 90 minutes have come and gone at the Prince Molly Abdullah Stadium. And neither Nigeria nor Morocco have found the back of the net. And we're going to have to see extra time in this one in Rabat. The second half dominated by the Moroccans with stringent defending by Bassey for the Super Eagles. And some good saves by goalkeeper. The man who's held his own for Nigeria Super Eagles in that back line. Stanley Wabali. No goal scored, no goals conceded. Full time. It's Nigeria nil, Morocco nil. Next up is going to be extra time. We're having fun right here in Bature. And the action is non-stop. Let's get ready to go to Onyechi, to 1 or 2 fans. But Alex, as we head into extra time, what are your thoughts, man?
I'm obviously exhausted, for obvious reasons. I think that I didn't expect the game to end 0-0. I thought that, like Osbar Matera said, we thought that we were going to see goals in this game. But surprisingly, the Nigerian side didn't play as much as they've done, in this tournament so far. They've not come to the party. And I expected things to change after halftime, but it didn't change. Morocco still dominated game, and I feel like something should be done, some changes should be made. It's good that the manager has done just 1 substitution, so that means that we have 5 to go in extra time, so he can still tweak. But again, when you make these substitutions, carry penalty in your mind, because the game could still drag on to penalties, and you want your best legs to play in the penalty shootout. So it's not an easy game. It hasn't been an easy game. It was never going to be an easy game because we're playing the whole station. So hopefully that things will get better in extra time. Morocco have managed to make, I think, 4 substitutions, if I'm not mistaken, or 3 substitutions. So Nigeria still have players on the bench who can come on to change the course of this game. But on the overall balance of play, Morocco were the better side after 90 minutes. Hopefully the next 30 minutes will be in favor of the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
What kind of changes would you love to see in the extra time experience for Nigeria Super Eagles?
I would love to see Dele Bashiru, and I'm hoping that it will give Alex Iwobi the opportunity, because we haven't really seen Alex Iwobi in this game, and it's no fault of his. It's basically because he has to drop deep, get the ball, and then see what he can do. But in the periods where we have seen him push the ball forward and be creative, we have seen the Super Eagles try to put the Moroccans under pressure. And it's 30 minutes and it's make or bust. Go all out, allow your player who is very creative to do everything in his power to see that he can open up spaces and put the opponents under pressure. I would want to believe that the Moroccans would look at this situation and understand that even though we won 5 games coming into this game, they are favourites. Ranked number 11 in the world, number 1 in Africa. For some people, they would say they would have that edge because the fans are buzzing in the stadium. But what we have seen so far, for 93 minutes is that the Super Eagles of Nigeria are in this to win, and they can match them. I'm hoping that the next 30 minutes we would see that true character and resilient spirit of the Nigerian, and the Super Eagles would come out on top.
My oh my! Alex Ferguson, the great manager, former manager of Manchester United, who used the famous lines, squeaky bum time. This is that time, it's make or break. It's now or never for either nation. It's Nigeria and Morocco for the first time in AFCON 2025, getting into extra time in their fixture. It's unfamiliar territory for them, and only time will tell which of them will take full advantage of this. The update could also be the reality and the lottery of penalty kicks if there's still no victor after the next 30 minutes or so. But we do see Victor Osimhen and, of course, Achraf Hakimi, the captain of the respective teams, Nigeria and Morocco respectively, speaking to each other and the center referee. They will toss the coin and we'll find out which of these two nations will restart proceedings in extra time. Let's hear from the Nigerian fans one more time. If you think that extra time will be Nigeria time, make some noise! I know everybody's getting tired because tomorrow is a test day and we have work tomorrow, right? But this is what we do for the Super Eagles. And hopefully the Super Eagles can reward Nigerian fans who are having a late night experience just to support the #1 national team in our country. The Super Falcons did it in AFCON or WAFCON 2024. That's the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. They beat Morocco in the final. Now the Super Eagles will be hoping to beat Morocco in the AFCON semi-finals. Let's find out what will happen as we see some lovely, beautiful Moroccan ladies. Maybe I should think of flying to that country for the final. Who knows, to make 1 or 2 friends or something like that. Just joking, by the way. I think when I don't look at me with bad eye, and I joke, I beg.
Well, if it's something that was nice, it was the previous AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire. We saw lots of that, you know, in the stadium, but we're not here for that, Chuma. We're here for the game.
You know, when Pato Ranking said, don't take these too seriously, we're just here to have fun. Father and son, they don't know.
Yeah.
So take it easy, just enjoy, man. Stanley Wabali with the ball for Nigeria. The team playing from left to right with the all-white outfit. Morocco now playing from right to left. Red top on the green shot. Semi Ajayi. Calvin Bassey. By his left side is Bruno Yemechi. Would he go with that option? The Moroccans are allowing the Nigerians to hold on to the possession. No urgency in their agency. Right now they're using new plans, contingency, to avoid any emergency. Alex Iwobi, long ball forward. Unable to find his teammates. Achraf Hakimi will get the ball for Morocco. The Atlas Lions have the support of tens of thousands of fans in the stands. But as things stand, it's still 0-0. Ezazuli on this near side. Ezazuli being marked by Brighter Saeed Samuel. Ezazuli tries to go past his marker. Fantastic job by Brighter Saeed Samuel. That could be a corner kick for Morocco.
Yeah, it's a corner kick, but Ezazuli there trying to beat Brighter Saeed Samuel 1v1. I think the defender does a good. Like I said, it's extra time, so you expect tired legs, players looking to just play calmly, try to grow into this game. Sort of attack or anything would be on the minds of the referee now. I think some substitutions should be made right now.
Nigeria coming forward now, the Super Eagles. Ball back to goalkeeper Yassine Bonu of Morocco. During the course of the CAF Awards in Morocco just over a month ago, it was a Moroccan side who swept many of the individual prizes, the two awards. They have the best women's footballer on the continent according to CAF, and also have the best men's footballer in Achraf Hakimi, who's on the pitch now. That should have been a foul, wasn't it, on Frank Onyeka? The man Tagalia, who came off the bench, Tagalin, with that foul. Eric Shell, looks like his assistant, Eric Shell. Maybe it's Pep Guardiola and Enzo Maresca. 4 minutes into extra time now. Morocco with the ball. The players are showing a bit of tiredness. Achraf Hakimi will go backwards. Certainly loves to bring in Agod and Massina, the two centre-backs. Fans are still asking for a goal. It's yet to come. Long ball for the Moroccans. Brighter Saeed Samuel trying to defend. Saeed Samuel has done a great job. Nice play by the Super Eagles. Akko Adams. I think he had a handball, so it's a free kick for Morocco in the half of the Super Eagles. Ezazuli as they take that free kick quickly. Lovely play for Morocco. Goalkeeper Stanley Wabali had it covered though as that one goes off target.
Well, nicely done from the Moroccan player there. Beats one, beats two, had an opportunity to bend one into the far corner, but that shot there just off target. It wouldn't trouble the goalkeeper Stanley Wabali for goal in Nigeria.
AFCON 2025. Defending champions Cote d'Ivoire got knocked out. So we will have a new champion in 2025. One that has drifted into early 2026. Bruno Yemechi for Nigeria. From that left-hand side, goes past his marker for a bit. Yemechi twisting and turning, launches across through. Morocco will rebuff. Alex Iwobi comes towards this right side with Bright Osayi Samuel. Samuel brings in Ako Adams. Ako, corner kick for Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for the Super Eagles. Thank you so much. Beautiful atmosphere right here in Baturi. What are we having, goals? Yet to find the back of the net. Yes, there's tension. Yes, there's trepidation. But there's also belief that if anybody thought the Super Eagles were dead, well, we can always relieve. Corner kick for Nigeria. From this right-hand side of attack, Ademola Lookman will be launching this one forward. Plays in Atalanta. Tonight he will love to dance Atalanta. Cross by Lookman. Not a good corner kick defended by the first.
It's good to see, Ako more in the extra time, but I would hope that it's not just to hold on to the ball and wait for Victor Osimhen to make that run. It would also be hold on to the ball, try to see how you can take on the Moroccan defense and see if you can also create chances. Victor Osimhen is isolated in. Oh, there's a change, and Dele Bashiru is coming in for Ako Adams. If this was a very great opportunity for him to assert his influence in the squad, it would appear like he hasn't done much in this game. But I'm hoping that, with fresh legs introduced into the game, the Super Eagles would assert their dominance, and maybe just that one chance that we would convert and get the win.
Looks like the kind of match that could go into penalty kicks, this one. Anything is possible. Morocco coming forward now. Ezazuli from this left channel. They will take that one backwards, trying to build the team on red and green. Now towards the right hand side. Achraf Hakimi. A Real Madrid star to Brahim Diaz. Another Real Madrid star. Achraf Hakimi. Super Eagles are forced to chase the ball around the place. Masina. Mazraoui. Morocco are taking their time, stringing together the passes. They want to come out tops in different classes. They're here to put smiles on the faces of the masses. And they will get a throwing from the right hand side. Taken very quickly. My oh my, is everybody quiet? Hoping that the Super Eagles will serve us a fantastic diet. Because we want to leave, we're not ready to die yet. That's why we're here to support the Super Eagles tonight. Momentum continues for the North Africans. Ezazuli drifts towards the center. Achraf Hakimi. Cross for Morocco from that right-hand channel. And a dangerous clearance for the Super Eagles. Ball into the arms of Stanley Wabali.
I think that troubling cross again. The ball was a good one. Brighter side, Samuel got there first. Morocco tried to pounce from the rebound, but that shot rather, from the edge of the area straight to Stanley Wabali. Catching practice any day, anytime for the Nigerian goalkeeper. Nothing seems to be working right now for the Nigerian side, and that's the worrying sign.
Well, there could be an argument for the Super Eagles here, as a free kick will be taken from that left-hand side. Ademola Lookman. Free kick for Nigeria into the penalty area of Morocco. Cleared out by the Moroccans. You guys are trying to use psychology on us, Abi. For a bit, some people in the building thought there could be a chance for a goal for Nigeria, but right now it's Frank Onyeka who has his ball. Frank the Tank Goes towards that left-hand side for Nigeria in attack. Possession. Returns to Calvin Bassey. Calvin to Semi Ajayi. Alex Iwobi. Goes towards that right-hand side for Nigeria. Isayo Dele Bashiru in the mix. And it's a free kick for Morocco. Bro, let me police define you. What's my offense? 3 more minutes to half time in extra time. And Nesri has come on for Morocco.
And as Azuli was taken off, the man who has had some good work on that left-hand side for the Moroccan team in this game. And that means that they'll play with Nesri as the lone man forward. And Chuma expects long balls from the Moroccan side from now. You know they have a guy who, if he puts good balls in the air, he will get there first before anybody. And that's the reason why he's on now.
And Nesri plays for Fenerbahce in Turkey. As Bright Isai Samuel is asking for a free kick for Nigeria. Igamane with the foul on the Nigerian right back. Well, a few persons are urging the referee to give a yellow card to the Moroccan player, but the referee has not been keen to show cards. In fact, no player from Morocco has received a yellow card so far. 13 shots on goal for the Moroccans, 2 for Nigeria. Semi Ajayi, we've seen just 2 yellow cards in this match, and both have gone to Nigerian players, Calvin Bassey and also Rafael Onyedika. Moses Simon goes past his marker. Simon with the cross from the left side. Victor Osimhen controls. Deborah Lookman. Fisayo Dele Bashiru. Cross again for Nigeria. Victor Osimhen is still down. Out for a corner kick for the Super Eagles. Victor Osimhen has an injury concern. It was too soft a fall, or wasn't it?
But I think
Osimhen has an injury concern.
Well, good touch. Look at that.
He overstretched something.
Oh, I think he's just stretched his leg.
He overstretched something, Victor Osimhen. Hopefully that's not his hamstring.
It's looking like that, and look at that, just right there. It has to be the knee, but he looks to be okay. That should be a corner.
The center referee has come to be sure that Osimhen is fine, but I thought that was going to be a corner kick for Nigeria. I've been on my eyes, they pay me so. I thought that was going to be a corner kick for Nigeria. Honestly, that's why. And Eric Shell is saying that should have been the case.
That's clearly a corner.
The officiating in this match
I have no
has
idea.
been very, very questionable.
That's a corner.
Oh, a free kick for Morocco. Free kick for Morocco. The Moroccans will play. Final few seconds of the first half of extra time. Ashraf Hakimi goes past Alex Iwobi. Comes towards the center. Mazraoui for Morocco. Super Eagles are defending. Goes towards that right side again. Morocco asking a few questions of this Nigerian defense. Moses Simon coming through to help out. Good job, Moses Simon. 1 minute of added time in the first half of extra time. Alex Iwobi. Think he's getting tired perhaps. Morocco ending the proceedings on a high here. Mazraoui. Igamane. Cross from Igamane. Led out by the Super Eagles to Mazraoui. Another long ball by Mazraoui. Calvin Bassey heads. Calvin Bassey has so many fans here tonight. Make some noise for Calvin Bassey. You guys love the man, and it's beautiful to see, of course.
Well, wonderful, wonderful defensive play from Calvin Bassey. We've reached half-time of the first half of extra time. But Chuma, I think we're going to have a lot of discussions about this referee after this game. Luckily for the Nigerian side, or hopefully for Nigeria, they qualify to the next round. but the officiating has been so questionable from the first blow of the whistle down to this point. It was a wonderful first half of extra time. Morocco had chances. Nigeria also tried to create chances. And you have to also give credit to Dele Bashiru for retaining possession when we lost possession just in and around the Morocco box. But I don't know what I'm witnessing today. This certainly so. I've watched football for many years. This is the worst I've seen a referee in a football game. And I say that with every sense of authority because I've seen many games. We watch La Liga, Premier League, all that European footballs, and we see inconsistent refereeing. But I've never seen this much consistency with inconsistency from this referee. And I think that the fact that he was called to be the referee, center referee of this game, after his controversial calls in the game between Morocco and Tanzania, makes you wonder why this man is the center referee for this game. But anyways, we're looking at second 15 minutes rather of the extra time, and hopefully if he drags on to penalties, we have something to show for the Nigerian side. But kudos to the Nigerian team. They've not budged under pressure. They're still very much in the game, and they're doing their fantastic job by keeping it at 0-0.
Over material. I mean, it's really sad that in semi-finals of AFCON, rather than discuss the quality of what we witnessed on the pitch, we are talking about the questionable calls made by the referee. It's so sad to see. The referee has not been consistent at all, and it is clear that he's against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I hope that for the next 15 minutes, the players keep their cool and don't get distracted. I'm very certain that the Moroccans are also under pressure because they are playing in front of their home fans. People would expect
you can't be playing in a tournament in a knockout stage and not practice penalties. So, like husband material said, if we get to penalties, hopefully we see something better than we did when we played against DR Congo in the World Cup qualifiers.
Amazing stuff. The second half of extra time is now underway, and we can see Morocco now playing from left to right. Red top on the green shots. Nigeria playing from right to left. 15 more minutes. The Super Eagles trying to defend for their lives. Referee says play on. Iwobi comes back to defend. Bassey with the ball for Nigeria. Morocco have a player down. Iwobi. And play will have to be stopped for the Moroccan player to be attended to. While we also do have a Nigerian in Frank Onyeka, who's currently down. It's Brahim Diaz and Frank Onyeka that had the collision. Just watching a bit, some replays of what we have seen in the past. Now play will restart. Could be a drop ball or a free kick for the Super Eagles. This is football. Anything can happen in the words of DJ Exclusive. Football is a beautiful game. It sure is, and Brahim Diaz has tried his best but hasn't done well enough. So Akomak will come in for Morocco. The Real Madrid man Brahim Diaz, the top scorer in AFCON 2025 with 5 goals, has been substituted, and Akomak has come in for him.
Well, Akomak is one of the bright stars from La Masia, played for Barcelona before he moved to Villarreal, where he plays football in the Spanish La Liga. Hopefully it doesn't affect the outcome of this game. He's one of the exciting young stars that the Moroccans have in their team. Well, hopefully, like I said, they've practiced penalties, because if he drags on to penalties, you need players who can step up and pick out a spot and score their goals. That's what we need here. And it's just sad that many of these players are tired. Maybe some didn't expect extra time, like Iwobi, not used to playing extra time, and you can see tired legs across the field of play. But they've been holding their own. They've played 107 minutes of football. They have 13 more minutes to go before the final whistle, and Chuma, it's squeaky bomb time, if you may.
If you're watching us right now and you're wondering where exactly is Bature, well, it's on Etum Ian Crescent in Victoria Island, Lagos. You should come here some other day beyond on a match day like this. You're always going to have fun here, from karaoke nights to the likes. Has all the class around you, the prestige and the lovely ambience. That's what you get at Bature. And Bature is walking alongside 54 Football X for this AFCON 2025 Watchalong second semi-final fixture in the competition. Senegal are already in the final, and it's going to be one of Nigeria or Morocco joining them there.
I think Fisayo has added, some sort of energy in the midfield. He's chasing down the Moroccan players and trying to just put them under pressure. I'm hoping that, one of those runs would result in a mistake and the Moroccans would concede a goal. I just hope that the players can still stay very much in control, understanding that we have only a few minutes left. But once they stay very much in control, we'll see what we can do. I mean, you can see the energy, him holding onto the ball, trying to see how he can buy time. I'm hoping our players can pick out the runs, open up spaces, and just see what we can do with the ball.
Well, they're doing something with the ball now, the Super Eagles. Bruno Yemechi on this near side. Crossbar Yemechi. Lovely control by Lookman to Victor Osimhen, but couldn't find the man who plays for Galatasaray in Turkey. Now Morocco come forward. And Bassey will take it back to his goalkeeper, Stanley Nwabali. 109 minutes of football scene. Fantastic. If we love the Super Eagles, let's applaud them one more time. Thank you very much for the support. Hopefully they give us the right reports. A foul on Bruno Yemechi. Yemechi, they tell that Morocco player, say, wait. You dey smoky. I don't want complete time.
I am shocked that the referee did not issue a card. I am shocked.
No card.
I'm shocked.
Wow.
Look, be say we'll go check, say Morocco, no yellow. Because I don't understand. It would appear like today is Christmas and he's giving them a pass.
Center referee being questioned as to his decisions in this one. Free kick for Nigeria, taken quickly by Bruno Onyemechi, I should say, to Calvin Bassey, who brings in Semi Ajayi. Now with Bright Saeed Samuel on the right side of defending for Nigeria. Semi Ajayi again. Plays in England, Semi. Bright Saeed Samuel. To goalkeeper, Stanley Nwabali. Nwabali launches the ball forward towards the halfway stage of the pitch. Control for the Super Eagles. But a wrong pass by Frank Onyeka. Alex Iwobi got the ball there. Referee says no free kick for Nigeria. Play continues for Morocco. Bright Saeed Samuel. Free kick now for the Super Eagles from the right-hand side of defending.
It's clear now that everybody is tired on the pitch. I think you can see tired legs. You can see sometimes the players get to the ball and, fatigue can make you think slowly sometimes. And that can affect, how you respond when you get to the end of any ball. But nicely done. 9 more minutes of football to be played, and it looks like the Nigerian side are growing little by little Chuma in this game.
Semi Ajayi. Ball back to goalkeeper Yasin Bonu, the shot stopper for Morocco. We can feel the pulse. We can hear your calls. And Osimhen is really battling to stay alive on the pitch. With the physicality of the Moroccans, throwing for the Super Eagles.
He's definitely in a lot of pain, but you can see that he doesn't want to let Nigerians down. He's really very passionate when it comes to, just playing for club and for country. And with all that have been said about the competition and why it is very important to win something with the Super Eagles, I can understand that he would want to still carry on. But we're hoping that we can make it all the way to the finals, and would want him fit also in that game. So if we can effect changes, maybe get on a striker who can create problems over the next 7 minutes, and importantly, also convert when it comes to penalties.
Victor Osimhen is just 2 goals away from equaling the record of Nigeria's all-time top scorer, Rashidi Yekini. And Osimhen would love to achieve that feat during the course of AFCON25. He's limping, Osimhen. He's half-fit at this stage, but he's trying to just hold on to the end. Calvin Bassey heading out. Nigeria with the ball. The players are tired. Free kick for Morocco. Ademla Lookman just give him bombastic side eye. How's Lookman giving the referee some bombastic side eye there? And it's going to be a free kick for Morocco.
Oh, they're clearly tired, and I think the tiredness sometimes can psychologically affect everything around you. Dele Bashiru was brought on before extra time, and already he looks tired because everybody around him is tired, and that can affect you when you play football. You can understand that. But free kick in a very good position for the Moroccan side. The good thing would be that the Nigerian side can stick to their defensive approach and make sure that they keep this at 0-0 and dragging this game to penalties.
Ashraf Hakimi trended on social media over a year ago when people said that all of his money is in his mother's name. He's taken that free kick for Morocco. It's going to go to Igamane. Being marked by Bryce Saeed Samuel. Igamane for Morocco. Crosses the ball from that left side. Bassey heads out again. Bassey helping out Morocco. Victor Osimhen trying to head the ball out here. Bodies on the place for the Super Eagles. And then Ademola Lookman finally gives them respite. Mazraoui on the far side for Morocco. Long ball into the danger zone for Nigeria from this right hand side. Great job by Simon Moses. Controlling Moses Simon. Clears out. Ademola Lookman. Miscommunication, but Nigeria have regained possession. Lost it again to Morocco. It's the Super Eagles. Fisayo Dele Bashiru. The players are worn out. Calvin Bassey. It's been a one-man army in this game for Nigeria, Calvin.
And rightly so. I think Senegal will be very happy that one of these teams who get to the final will be very tired, fatigued for playing 120 minutes of football. You can see clearly that they're tired, and that can affect a lot of things. They will have one more day to rest, but I don't think that they will be able to recover fully for that final. It's on Sunday, so they have only Thursday to rest, Friday to train, Saturday to train, and then play the final on Sunday. So this favors Senegal one way or another if Nigeria or Morocco qualify to the final.
Igamane. Referee says play on. Bryce Saeed Samuel fell, but the referee says play on. Possession now for Nigeria. Alex Iwobi to Ademola Lookman. Alex. Moses Simon. Cross. Cleared out by Morocco. Throwing for Nigeria. Alex Iwobi takes it quickly to Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey is urging his teammates to go forward. Alex Iwobi. Bruno Yemechi's cross. Rebuffed by Morocco. Possession remains with Nigeria Super Eagles. Throwing for the three-time African champions. Igamane is stopping Fisayo Dele Bashiru. My oh my, are we feeling the tension? Hoping there will be no extension. Victor Osimhen is going off. He hands over the captain's armband to Moses Simon. Victor! 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 Paul Onuachu will be coming on for him. He's loved by fans from Nigeria because he has met the criteria to dominate in every area, and we saw him score against Algeria.
Well, this simply means that with Onuachu up there, put good balls in the area. Paul Onuachu, the highest goal scorer as we speak in the Turkish Super League, so they have to put some good balls in the air for Paul Onuachu to get on the end of it. He has the height, he has the physical presence, and it will be really nice at this point to send some good balls into the air. I don't know about this throwing, Chuma.
Throwing now taken by Franco Yeka as the long one. Semi Ajayi with the flick on. Ball through to the hands of Yasin Boni. You want us to take it again, guys? Let's do it together. All we are saying, give us one goal. Omo.
Morocco singer when they didn't have
I didn't tell you, my brother. Bisayo Dele Bashiru. Would love to see a brighter Osayi Samuel help out. There's been 4 shots on target for Morocco in the match. Just 1 shot on target for Nigeria. That was the one from Ademola Lookman in regulation time. Bisayo Dele Bashiru runs into traffic. Morocco regain possession again. Here they will come in the final few minutes of this. Semi Ajayi sees Osayi Samuel come back to help out in defending. 119 minutes played. 60 more seconds of extra time. Morocco, we won last throw of the dice. And the Nigerian fans are saying we can do it. Achraf Hakimi with the cross. Semi Ajayi heads out. Morocco with the shot. Stanley Nwabali saves. Nwabali for president. Nwabali for president.
I don't know if that was a swerve or there was a deflection.
That would have gone in.
Yes, very dangerous.
Very dangerous ball. And you have many players shooting in around the edge of the area. If that had hit anybody, it would have gone either side of the net. But it was a straight shot to the goalkeeper, and he did a wonderful job to keep that close. I don't think there should be any added time. The referee should blow at 1:20. This game should be over, done and dusted already.
We're staring at penalty shootouts. That could be the deciding factor, the defining factor for this game. Victor Osimhen on the bench watching his guys. Eric Chell is smiling. 1 minute of added time. Morocco with a throwing. The fans are beginning to panic. Their team needs repair. They need a mechanic. No one wants to be sinking like Titanic. Frank Onyeka is off for Samuel Chukwueze. The man who plays for Fulham in England, Chukwueze, is on the pitch. Yes, Alex Iwobi throwing for Nigeria. The fans want the final whistle to be blown by the referee. It hasn't happened yet. Bright Osayi Samuel with the throwing for Nigeria. It's over. 19 minutes could not separate these sides. 120 minutes hasn't either. And Nigeria Super Eagles have found a way to weather the storm. The Atlas Lions of Morocco were knocking on the door, but it wasn't open for them. Full time after extra time. Nigeria nil, Morocco nil. Next up is penalty shootouts.
Well, penalties, anybody's game really. It could go Morocco's way, it could go Nigeria's way. It's not about who knows how to play it. It's about pressure. It's 12 yards out. Pick your spots, hit the ball left, right, or put it down the middle if you send the goalkeeper the wrong way. It's not about who knows how to play now. It's more of hitting the ball and getting it on target. It's anybody's game now. And at this point, you really cannot say who you want to win, because it could be Morocco, it could be Nigeria. But hopefully, for the fans that have made their way out here to support the Super Eagles of Nigeria, it ends in the favor of the Nigerian side.
I think Stanley Nwabali should just draw inspiration from the late Peter Rufai and also Vincent Enyama, because in competitions like this, they have been the deciding factor. I recall Vincent Enyama against Tunisia at the Nations Cup, and Stanley Nwabali, when it comes to spot kicks, has also proven that can concentrate, lock in, and see that he makes some very important saves. I hope that tonight, and because of over 200 million Nigerians, Stanley Nwabali, please, I beg you with the spirit of your late father, please step up tonight and ensure that we sleep well this night.
Well, Stanley Nwabali was the star of the show when Nigeria Super Eagles beat South Africa in the semi-finals of AFCON 2023 through penalty kicks. He made some saves and Nigeria beat South Africa in the semi-finals through penalty kicks. Now we're into another semi-finals, and it's penalty shootout one more time. Can Stanley Nwabali do it for a second time in 2 consecutive AFCON competitions? We'll be finding out shortly, Alex.
Well, I mean, husband material went into spiritual mode. I don't know, maybe we should offer prayers to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But like I said, it's anybody's game to win at this point. It's not about how good a penalty taker is or how good a goalkeeper is. It's just for players to pick their spots when they get to, play from 12 yards out. But yes, he was one of the guys who stepped up against South Africa in the previous AFCON. He saved 2 penalties. Hopefully he calls on that heroics once again to see him, save 1 or 2 against the Moroccan side. Don't forget, the Moroccans also made some substitutions. They took some of their good players out of this game, so you really cannot tell. That's why I was so surprised why Chukwueze was coming in. I know Chukwueze is not the best penalty taker in the world, so I don't even understand the substitution. But hopefully, the 5 takers are good penalty takers who understands what it means to hit the ball from 12 yards into the back of the net. That's what we want to see. It was shambolic what we did against DR Congo in the World Cup qualifiers. It almost looked like we didn't even prepare for penalties, but hopefully that's not the case in this game. It doesn't favor us anyway. How? Because whether you go to the left side or the right side of the goalpost, there are Moroccan fans everywhere, but you have to pick your spots when you step up to play from 12 yards. And hopefully Eric Scholl has selected 5 players who want to score and go to the finals of this tournament.
I think he spoke about going all the way, and when it comes down to penalties, how he would set up the boys and how they would prepare. Like Alex mentioned, I do not want to see a situation where it would appear like certain players are hesitant to step up. If you are psychologically prepared, step forward, dispatch. We don't care whether you do what we used to call salo in street parlance. Just step up, ensure that you pick out the right spot and put the ball in the back of the net. And I hope that Chief Stanley Nwabali today would become a high chief and make some very important saves. I mean, you can see the players, stepping up to him and telling him, now Stanley, now you.
I mean, Chuma had already campaigned for him for president, so maybe this is, what he has to do to gain that right. But like I said, your first penalty taker, very important, key. Your second penalty taker, very important. We saw Moses Simon and Calvin Bassey 1 on 2 for the last time we played a penalty. I don't think that's a good selection if you ask me. So hopefully the guys who are calm, the guys who want to score, should step up and take penalties for the Nigerian side.
Well, the players who've stepped up right now are the captains of the 2 sides. Achraf Hakimi, who's the man leading Morocco, and Moses Simon, who took over the captain's armband from Victor Osimhen. We're having the toss of the coin to decide which of these 2 sides will take the penalty first.
I think the Moroccans will go first.
That will happen.
I think the Moroccans will go first. Hopefully, they are put under pressure and they miss their first 3 spot kicks.
These are all hopefuls and hopefuls and hopefuls. One thing is set to do. The last time the Super Eagles actually took part in penalty kicks in the Africa Cup of Nations, they were victorious. But the last time Nigeria took part in penalty shootouts in any football match, we lost to DR Congo, and that was in the final quarter of last year. So any of these could happen. It could be a repeat of AFCON 2023, the semi-finals, or could be a repeat of what we saw in the World Cup qualifying playoffs in Africa.
And this clearly is the final before the final. I feel like I've seen the Africa Cup of Nations final today. They've played well. These boys have done well. They've dragged this game to penalties. And Chuma, here we go.
This is the moment we have been waiting for. One final time. Do you think it's going to be Nigeria's night? If you think it's going to be Nigeria's night, make some noise! We're just about to find out. Morocco set for the first board kick. Enui will be taking this. And we're singing the name Nwabali, Nwabali, Nwabali. Give us the right tally. The fans are beginning to rally. Even Nigerians that are in Mali. We're all supporting Nwabali right now. It's the man Enui who steps up to take this penalty. Enui for Morocco against Stanley Nwabali. Penalty kick number 1. Enui! He scores! Nigeria nil, Morocco 1. He sent Stanley Nwabali the wrong way. And now the Super Eagles will have to respond.
Oh, they have to respond. Good penalty from Ayuni. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, picks his spot. And that's what I talked about before the start of the penalty. You have to pick your spot and send the ball that direction. Paul Onuachu, highest goal scorer for the Turkish Super League as we speak this season. I'm not so confident, Chuma, but yeah.
He knows how to score goals. But scoring, scoring in open play is different from spot kicks. But I would want to believe that to step up and take the first spot kick for Nigeria, he's very confident.
Onuachu against Yasin Bono. Onuachu! He scores for Nigeria! Nigeria won! Morocco won!
Wonderful penalty from Paul Onuachu. He picked his spot. Just shimmy the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper had to go left and he went right. Well, the monitors went off. I thought he had missed. That's a wonderful goal for Paul Onuachu for the Nigerian side. 1-1, game on.
Igamane is the next man to step up for Morocco. Igamane versus Stanley Nwabali. A chance for Morocco to go 2-1 up. They can't go 2-1 up if they score this. Or will Stanley Nwabali step up to the plate and make a save for Nigeria as the fans scream, over the bar, over the bar. Igamane! He misses! Stanley Nwabali saves! Nwabali saves! Nwabali saves! Next up is Nigeria. Next up is the Super Eagles. It's the turn of the Super Eagles. Samuel Chukwueze. Samuel Chukwueze will step up for Nigeria. Samuel Chukwueze against Yasin Bono. A chance for Nigeria. Chukwueze! A terrible penalty from the Nigerian Samuel Chukwueze. Yasin Bono saves.
That was so poor. So poor. No effort at all. It was so poor. He didn't even make it very difficult for the goalkeeper. Alex has spoken about picking the right spot, hitting the ball hard.
I talked about it that Samuel Chukwueze is not a great penalty taker. I don't understand the substitution. I have no idea why he has come on to play a penalty for the Nigerian side. And the way he even took the penalty, no intention to score. He just walked in there lazily and he just played a weak ball to the goalkeeper.
Morocco's turn now for their third. Or just maybe in training. Maybe in training he was scoring. Maybe. Morocco, come forward! Their score is 2-1. Ben Sege with that finish. Nigeria 1, Morocco 2. And it's going to be back to the Super Eagles again.
They had the advantage. It would have been Nigeria in the advantage now, but Morocco are back in front. What a wonderful penalty there. The goalkeeper went the right way, but just couldn't get to the end of that ball. Nigeria have a chance to level the score to make it 2-2. And Fisayo Dele Bashiru, one of the good players for the Nigerian side. All he has to do is pick your spot and send the ball left or right.
Yasin Bono up against Fisayo Dele Bashiru. A chance for Nigeria to make it 2-2. Dele Bashiru stares at the ball, stares at Yasin Bono. Bashiru coming forward. Bashiru takes this. Bashiru scores! Nigeria 2, Morocco 2. Alrighty. The fans are here just saying what happened. Achraf Hakimi in USA in 1994. The best player for Italy, Roberto Baggio, missed the penalty for them. Achraf Hakimi is the best player for Morocco. Achraf Hakimi against Stanley Wabali. He's the best player in Africa. Hakimi! Cool, calm, collected.
Wonderful
Nigeria
penalty.
2, Morocco 3.
Wonderful penalty from Hakimi Achraf, the captain. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. And really, that's how you play a penalty. You know, you pick out your spot and send the ball to that direction. So Nigeria would have to score another one now to equalize and take this game to sudden death. It amazes me sometimes when players step up and have no intention of scoring a penalty. And Samuel Chukwueze has been the life of the team.
Bruno Yemechi steps up for Nigeria. The third spot kick for the Super Eagles that they could score, but they are fourth in total. Bruno Yemechi is saved. Yasin Bonu saves. Morocco are on the edge. Morocco on the verge. If they score, they will be in the final. Coach Regragui of Morocco is celebrating. The Super Eagles are 2 goals down. El Younisi, if he scores, Morocco are...
When you have the opportunity of making it very difficult for the opposing goalkeeper, you do your best to ensure that at least you put the goalkeeper on his toes. It's really very sad how Chukwueze and Bruno Yemechi, the technique that they deployed in converting their penalty. For Chukwueze, it just appeared like it was too casual. For Bruno, I'm disturbed because the goalkeeper even left that spot and he still managed to give it to the goalkeeper. It's really very sad that, you know, at this point, another opportunity to win the AFCON, we have lost it. Hopefully, we can finish in third position, but we have won too many bronze titles in too many bronze medals at the AFCON, and it's not important. It's really very sad.
It's done and dusted. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We now have ended on an exciting note, but we had fun with you guys.
Thank you.
We had fun tonight, and we are grateful that you turned up to have fun as well too. Hopefully there will be a better next time for Nigeria. The next Africa Cup of Nations will be AFCON 2027. So there's an AFCON next year. Hopefully we get it right back then. On behalf of 54 Football X and Bature, we want to appreciate you. My name is Chuma Noli. You can always catch me on social media at Chuma Noli. I'm from Nigeria Info and Cool FM. Special thanks to Alex Bassey who's come through as well tonight. And of course my guy, Chukwudi Ezuku, husband material. Have yourselves a blessed night rest. See you next time. Bye-bye.
African Cup of Nations is here, and it's time to yalla. What is your favorite animal? The Super Eagles, the Carthage Eagles, the Teranga Lions, the Chipolopolos, the Foxes, or the Squirrels?
Or are you for the Bafana, the Pharaohs, the Indomitable Lions, the Stallions, the Zebras, the Leopards, or the defending champions, the Elephants in the room?
Well, wherever you are, it's time to rep your nation, make the loudest noise, and dirty your December with the best of football that the African continent has got to offer. No go carry last though.
Who will be crowned champions? The Ivory Coast defending their title, runners-up in the Super Eagles, or Morocco hosting to win it? There's only one place to be, one continent to focus on, and one sport to stick with.
Are you ready for this? Rabat, Casablanca, Marrakech, Fes, Tangier, and Agadir. 6 cities all ready for this continental fiesta. Do not be left out.
It's time for Africa. It's time for business. It's time for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Get ready to yalla.
Morocco, 52 matches, 24 nations, 9 stadiums, 6 cities, 1 continent, 1 title, 1 goal. The undisputed champion of Africa. Wake up, Africa!
2025 African Cup of Nations is here, and it's time to yalla. What is your favorite animal? The Super Eagles, the Carthage Eagles, the Teranga Lions, the Chipolopolos, the Foxes, or the Squirrels?
Or are you for the Bafana, the Pharaohs, the Indomitable Lions, the Stallions, the Zebras, the Leopards, or the defending champions, the Elephants in the room?
Well, whatever you are, it's time to rep your nation, make the loudest noise, and dirty your December with the best of football that the African continent has got to offer. No go carry last though.
Who will be crowned champions? The Ivory Coast defending their title, runners-up in the Super Eagles, or Morocco hosting to win it? There's only one place to be, one continent to focus on, and one sport to stick with.
Are you ready for this? Rabat, Casablanca, Marrakech, Fes, Tangier, and Agadir. 6 cities all ready for this continental fiesta. Do not be left out.
It's time for Africa. It's time for business. It's time for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Get ready to yalla!